Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy, Be the Man from the Bad Boys Podcast. We're talking Elimination Chamber today. And then I know a lot of us in the crew have thoughts. As always, got my boy Mike Beasley with me. Mike B, right-hand man, Tribal Oos. We got my boy Thornton Talks Wrestling in the house. My boy Gooner Aficionado. Got my boy Joe G, not so much Gooner Aficionado, but from the mean streets of New York.
People.
And the bro Unc Remy, who I know has several thoughts about Chamber being in his city.
I'm on Angry Muppet mode today.
Hey, we don't blame.
All right. Oh shit. Well, let's get it cracking, fellas. Let's talk Chamber. What are y'all's initial thoughts before we? I know.
A lot of failure last night, man.
I watched the show on my friend's VPN Netflix for free, and I still felt ripped off.
And that's accurate. That's accurate. That's accurate as all hell.
I didn't like the show. Like, it was a good show. I didn't like the booking per se.
I was ready to apologize to London because that's where I was using my VPN from. I was ready to apologize to all of London. Like, I'm sorry. We didn't mean it. I'm sorry. Oh my God.
If this wasn't the road to WrestleMania, I might not be as hard on the show, but this is the most important time of the year.
They made us look bad, man. They made Chicago look bad.
Yes, they have failed this whole season up to this point.
They failed this city. They failed my city, man.
They sure did.
Like
the last PLE leading into Mania, and I wasn't too happy with what we got.
Mind you, last year's Elimination Chamber was one of the best shows of the year. With, arguably one of the biggest angles of the decade. Arguably of the century. So,
and this is what they follow it up with.
To do this a year later, and this is supposed to be your last major event before WrestleMania. We got 7 weeks until Mania, and personally, I don't really have an issue with the way the matches were. The matches were good. I didn't even have an issue with the winners. They all made sense for the most part. And the main event, the last probably 2 or 3 minutes was respectable. It's just that everything up until that point was either boring or frustrating.
Especially Logan Paul.
Oh God! Don't get me started.
Logan Paul.
So
eliminating Javon.
How you have him eliminate half the field by himself?
Hang on, we'll get to Logan Paul. Paul. So y'all want to start with how the show kicked off? All right.
Yeah, let's start with how the show kicked off.
Yeah, because I got to cash in something from Bryce. Ain't that right, Bryce?
Man.
Ain't that right, Bryce? Let's talk about the women's chamber match, Bryce. How about that, Bryce?
So they kicked off. They kicked off with the women's elimination chamber. You got Tiffany Stratton, Alexa Bliss, Asuka, Kiana James, Raquel Rodriguez, and Rhea Ripley. Winner gets to challenge Jade Cargill for the women's championship of WrestleMania. So
yo, Bryce, who they start the match off with?
They started with Kiana James. Kiana James was in there.
And when that and who was she giving the business to before Asuka came out?
I believe it was
Alexa. To Tiffany Stratton.
Yeah.
So what did you say you was gonna do on this podcast if she did good, if she eliminated somebody?
I said if Kiana James eliminated somebody, I would give her credit, and then I will go on. I will go on wax.
Did she get an elimination? She got the first elimination.
First damn elimination.
Thank you.
So I'll give her credit as promised. I don't like it, but I will give Kiana James credit.
You have been hard on her more than anybody else did.
No. I indoctrinated him on this hatred. Trust me. I understand where he coming from because I used to hate the crap out of her.
Yeah.
But since she's come back from injury, she has improved in the ring by at least a factor of 3, man. You have to look at her last match and look at her in the chamber. Look at her last match before injury. Look at her in the chamber and tell me she did not earn that spot, bro.
She back with a point to prove.
Yes. She back with a point to prove that she can go and she deserves to be there. She did not deserve to be on Raw when they first called her up. You
No,
can't
hell
tell me
no.
she
Hell
did.
no.
You
She was
can't
not
tell me
ready.
she
No.
did.
I'll
But she
tell
does.
you straight up, she was not ready. Her NXT run, she had a lot to
Right.
learn.
Right. When they called her up,
Exactly.
I was shocked. When they called her up at that
I
time, they
was
called
too.
her up. I'm like, what the
Flabbergasted.
hell are we doing? What is this? And that first match on Raw, I was like, what the
Yeah,
hell? But
I,
now, since she been back on SmackDown, since she came back from injury,
the
okay.
the
She
Making it work.
yeah,
Yeah.
the
the fact
pairing
that they
with
put her in
Julia,
a match with
Yeah.
Charlotte, who
her
does
pairing with
Charlotte help?
Julia has
Who
been like an interesting choice, but it's clear as
that I,
day that for sucks for Julia, but that pairing was meant to get her over, and she's doing the best she can to take advantage of that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
gotta
just think
agree.
that
I
it had
gotta
to
agree
be.
with Remy on this one. I think I said when we talked about Royal Rumble, I said I was impressed with Kiana James, and after last night, I'm even more impressed with
You
her.
did. Yeah.
like think about it. When they put somebody in a match with Charlotte Flair, who do you think of? Think about that. Keanu was in a match with Charlotte Flair 2 weeks ago. They wouldn't have put her in that match if they didn't think she could go. Hell, Soul was in a match with Charlotte Flair.
That's a fair
They
point.
they wouldn't have put her in a match against Charlotte Flair if they didn't think she could go. Am I wrong?
No, not at all.
Matter of fact,
No,
matter
you're
of fact,
right.
yeah. So that's what I'm saying. They don't just throw anybody in matches against people like Charlotte Flair.
Plus, for her to be in the Elimination Chamber match, that's a major opportunity. That's a big
Exactly.
that's
They
a big
wouldn't
Yeah.
have
spot.
thrown
Chance to
Yeah.
sink or swim, and
her
she
in
fought them.
there. Right. They wouldn't have thrown her in there if they didn't think she could do it.
Yeah,
And she
so
did it.
I
And they
think she
gave her
did
the
very.
first elimination.
I
So
think
that's
she
why I'm
did.
like saying,
Yeah,
ease up off of her and give her a chance. I ain't saying
Ah.
flip the boat like I did. Because like I said, I'm telling you, that last match on Raw was burned into me because she botched in the corner. And I remember that botch like, ugh. Like, that mean when dude go, he push off? That was me. I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
ugh.
so
Like,
like
ugh.
she eliminated Alexa Bliss, and then the match really shifted when Raquel Rodriguez, who I would argue had an even better performance in the chamber.
Oh
He
yeah.
was the
To
MVP
be
of the
fair,
match, I think.
here's the thing about Raquel
MVP
Rodriguez.
of that
If
match.
you look at all the other matches like that Raquel Rodriguez has been in, it plays out the exact same way.
Well,
She is dominant for 5 to 10 minutes, and then somebody gets her out of the way or removes her from play in such a way where she is no longer dominant. Does that
Well,
make sense?
you have to. Rhea and Tiffany had to work together to get rid of her. Like Raquel Rodriguez's work has shifted ever since Kevin Nash tweeted about her, talking about
Yep.
how she needs to work to
That
her
is
size.
factually correct.
She has taken that to heart, and it's made her better. Like Kevin Nash is a broken clock.
I still think they're doing with her what they do with a lot of other women like Chelsea. They don't let her go. They cut her off. They let her go for 5-10 minutes, and then they cut her off.
She's better, and she's better being the Diesel to Liv Morgan, Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
But the difference between her and Diesel is at some point Diesel got to break out on his own, and I would like to see her do that.
But the thing is, she was already on her own before she found Liv Morgan, because if you remember, Liv Morgan was in a tag team.
She wasn't the same person.
Well, even
before she
even
went
when she
to
was in
before
NXT,
she tagged.
even when she's always been in a group or a faction. Even in NXT, she was Dakota Kai's right hand.
Right.
Yeah.
But when they brought her up, she
broke
wasn't. When they brought her to the main roster, she was on her own.
Well,
and they didn't do nothing with her. I'm like, she right there. Do something. I've been begging for them to do something with her. And they always cut her short like this. And I'm not mad at her performance. I'm mad that she's a go-getter. And they not letting her go and get it. It's right there. Come on, y'all.
I don't think they find her as marketable as they do somebody like Liv Morgan or Rhea Ripley.
Yeah.
Which is a shame because she's a talented woman. She's a pretty girl in my opinion. She can work. She has an intimidating size, especially compared to a lot of the smaller women on the roster. You
Like
know,
not
it's just
everybody
they
is super
they
marketable.
pigeonholed her into this enforcer role, and the problem with that is you're always going to be, you know, in the background. You know, you're not Tony
Right,
Montana. You the guys who are guarding Tony Montana.
They
right.
had, you were
Yeah.
I
able to
mean,
see
and
in the chamber, you were able to see there's a size difference between Rhea Ripley and Raquel Rodriguez.
yes,
That
Yeah.
Raquel towers over Rhea Ripley, who Rhea Ripley is booked as the powerhouse of the women's division,
Which
but
she
she
needs
was
to be.
getting ragdolled. She was
yes.
getting ragdolled by Raquel Rodriguez, and it was believable.
Which
It
shows
Ripley's
I
off
think
how
with
beastly
the
Raquel is. I think they booked her very well in that chamber because
they
Yeah.
did.
remember,
I
Rhea
feel
and Tiffany had to work together to take Raquel out because they knew
Yep,
if
they
they
did.
didn't, it was curtains. So
Yep.
that even in my opinion works to her size even better because then it shows you're this much of a threat. I got to team up with somebody else who I'm also fighting because I'd rather go fight them than go fight you.
If she had to
And
go
I
out,
think
it was
I
also
feel like
with
Raquel.
Raquel, she has been the constant. Liv Morgan got injured. Boom. Raquel has been the constant for Judgment Day.
Mhm.
Roxanne is injured now. Raquel is still there. It's almost like in my head, I'm like, okay, are we ever going to reward these people
And
for
mind you,
being
it was-
able to
Right.
consistently
It was
be
like I
on the
was
product?
saying about Judgment Day last week. The shine and the boost that the previous older members got from that group is not it's not the same as what they're getting for these newer members like Roxanne, like Raquel. They're not getting the same shine that people like Liv Morgan and Rhea and Finn got. JD ain't even getting that shine if you think about it, but that's well, that's his fault. If he just
and
would have
Raquel
been
deals with
storytelling.
that skin condition Rodriguez has. She deals with that too. She's still out
Yeah.
there every fucking.
That skin condition did take her out, has taken her out for
For
some
several
time. And in a
months,
business
yes.
like
She
this,
came
where
right back.
And
you got to be available,
you gotta be
365. I don't think they want to bet that much on her when they
I
know
mean,
that condition.
okay,
takes
to
her
be
out of the league.
fair,
That
their
does
top
make
guy,
sense.
one of their top guys has cancer and they bet on him. So
Roman.
nah. Exactly.
Well,
If you can
they
bet on
him
him,
when it's
you can bet on
into
her.
remission. I'm not trying to defend them. I'm
Okay.
just saying,
No. It's not that you need to defend him. You need to defend WWE for that because they're the ones who chose to bet on Roman, even though they knew about his cancer condition for years.
Well,
and he's
yeah,
gone
but
out because of it
he's put
multiple
his into
times.
remission, and they've made a lot. Look, they've made a lot more money off Roman than they have off Raquel Rodriguez. I'm sorry, that's just the fact.
That's what always
facts.
comes
But,
down
but,
to.
but
Yeah.
I feel like it's one of those they don't push the women the same way they push the men.
Of course they
Oh,
do.
we
So-
hell
so-
yeah, we all
and-
know
and-
that.
and-
It's always been like that in wrestling.
Yeah,
Because
no,
here's the
we
thing.
all know that.
I need y'all to understand. I am not against Raquel. I'm just mad at what they do with Raquel. Like she should have had a singles title by now. That's what I'm saying.
No,
I ain't
agree
saying
with
she
that.
should've
I agree
won
with what
last
Thornton
night.
is saying also.
I
I see
ain't
what
saying-
Thornton is saying that Roman has made the company so much money. I don't feel that Raquel has been given the same opportunity.
That's what
that Roman
thank you.
has.
Thank you for putting
to
that in
make
words
the
for me,
money.
Mike.
That-
Because
that-
my
that-
words weren't coming
Yeah.
out right. Thank
She's
you.
not
Sorry.
been in
And
a
I-
high profile feud since being on the main roster to
Exactly.
see how much she can actually
Not
draw
by
for the
herself.
company.
Not by herself. It's always been a tag team feud.
Well,
Do
Always.
you
I think
guys
the
think she'll
closest
ever
we-
get that chance?
Didn't
No.
the closest we
And
hold
it's
on?
not
Didn't
her
the
fault.
closest? Right. No, I agree. It's definitely not her fault. But I'm thinking, she's had a couple matches with Rhea on the main or more than a couple. But
They
the
have
last
But
their
it's
last
but it's
pay-per-view match
usually
was,
but it's
more about
because
Rhea
of
than
the
anything else.
crown jewel
But-
or something, right, Thornton?
it was
but
a
it's
it was
be-
Night of Champions in Saudi Arabia. They've had
Oh, thank you.
her
Night
and
of
Rhea have
Champions
had
in Saudi.
several
Thank you.
matches, on like pay-per-views and stuff like that. They had a
But
match
it's
with
usually-
Night of Champions last year. They fought for the title at Payback
Yeah.
a couple of years ago. They had that last woman standing match at NXT, which was pretty much Raquel's it was Rhea's send off from NXT. So
Yeah,
they,
yep, I
they
remember
worked,
that one.
They worked
But
very
most
well.
of their matches on the main roster have been connected to Judgment Day, right?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
so-
guess that's
Look,
the kind of
Like,
the
That's
point I was
the-
getting
we
to
can
in
hate on
tandem.
Judgment Day all we want, but let's be honest. Without that faction, its members would not get as much television time as they do.
We can agree. That's definitely a fact.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
yeah.
a fact.
Oh yeah.
It's a
I
necessary
agree.
evil.
But to be fair, Judgment Day has put Finn back to a point where he could challenge a match for you see what I'm saying? Where he could be in a match with CM Punk at a pay-per-view, or he could be in a match against Gunther at a pay-per-view. Before Judgment Day, they couldn't have did that with Finn. You see what I'm saying?
Judgment Day's
I
been successful.
mean, they
And-
I
booked
think
but
they
it.
the
could
newer
have.
They booked the
members,
Punk and
but
they
the
booked the
newer
Punk and
members
Finn
aren't
Balor
getting that
in the most
shine.
lackluster way
Like
possible. Because again, when was the last time you saw Finn win a singles match on television? Oh,
exactly.
don't worry, I'll
Mhm.
wait.
Oh no,
Shit.
I got nothing in that bag. That bag dusty as
I
hell.
got nothing either.
Trust
Yeah,
me.
that
I can find that for
very
you
empty
too,
bag.
honestly. Hold on, let me look at his match log.
He
Yeah,
barely,
but
they
you're a
barely,
stat
Go
guy,
ahead,
though.
Joe.
they,
Go ahead, Joe. Pull the receipts up for this one. I gotta see
Yeah,
this.
because
It
you
says
are a
singles
stat
match
guy,
on
so
TV.
Yeah, when's the
uh-huh.
last time Finn Balor won a singles match on television?
All right,
yeah.
let me check it.
Not
So
a
no
dark
TFTs,
match.
just TV. Let me see.
Not a dark match.
No dark match now.
Televised.
Yeah. Damn, what's the fucking match log at? Cage match.
I'm about to say, bro,
Here
you
we
might as well
go.
hit up Cage
Okay.
match.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That's the one use. That's the one good thing about cage match. Singles match. Finn Balor beat Dragon Lee on January 9th, 2025.
January 9th, 2025 is the last time Finn Balor won a singles match on
On
television.
Damn.
TV. Yes.
Nearly a fucking year ago?
Over
Or actually, over a year ago.
a
Sorry,
year
over
Over
a
a
year
year
ago.
ago, dog.
Yeah,
That was
sorry,
And this
over a year
man
ago.
is
That-
that
challenging
was
for the
over
world
13
title.
months ago.
Thank you,
Right.
Cage.
That's insane.
Yep. Over a year ago. Yep.
Yes.
I mean, let's be truthful. The only reason that Finn Balor challenged Punk initially is because he's from Ireland. They wanted the hometown face.
They
That's
wanted the
only-
hometown
Yeah.
hero thing. And then they wanted Punk to sell some tickets for Elimination Chamber. So they was like, let me go ahead and hash this up because we're not going to see Roman on TV until a month.
Yeah, you got to
Exactly.
kill time somehow.
We gotta kill time. And that, again, that's probably my biggest issue with WWE. They have all this time, all this television time, and they just do it they just do stuff to hold over and be complacent until it's time to go do the things they're actually focused on.
Yep.
Oh, they can't get Roman for weeks at a time. Okay, we're gonna BS with the roster until we see him come back because that's all we really care about. Vince did the same nonsense.
Yeah, I was just about to say, Vince did
Like
the
Hunter
same
was not
bullshit.
that much better. At least the way he booked
He's
him on the
not.
roster. Clearly, he was not the. At this point, you can't. Whoever was the real. He might have been the face of the booking team in NXT Black and Gold, but whoever was really writing that show, probably Ryan Ward. He's the real creative genius there.
He's on SmackDown now. The SmackDown creative team. The Ward.
Well, they need the fucking help because SmackDown's
SmackDown's
fucking
better than
bad.
Raw this week, but that's also like being happy your friend shat on the floor because at least he didn't shit in your bed this time.
Yeah, it's not saying much. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
So what happened? I know we lost track. What else happened?
Yeah, I was going to say,
back to
just
the
back on
chamber.
track.
Back
Yeah.
to the chamber. So Rhea and Tiffany worked together to eliminate Raquel, and then it's down to Tiffany and Rhea. And at that point, once Raquel was gone, to be honest, for me, I called Rhea right before the match began. I was like, I had a feeling Alexa Bliss might have a shot, but once Rhea and Io lost the tag titles on Friday, I was like, Rhea's winning that match because they need somebody to fight Jade, and it's not going to be Charlotte.
And then we're not going to do Tiffany and Jade again. No way.
Right, because that's
I thought they
Tiffany
were,
and
though.
Jade
I
is about
really.
as bad as Cody and Drew McIntyre at this point.
Yeah. Hard pass.
I just thought they'd go with that just because of they're trying to do box office, but then I didn't think, okay, Rhea losing, that's the bigger match.
The
Rhea and
signs were
Jade.
there over the last couple weeks because you'd see the backstage segment where Jay will be mean mugging Rhea, and I'm like,
Yeah.
right.
See, I don't know if Tiffany Stratton to me doesn't scream box office yet.
she's not. Not to mention her
She has a
title
long
reign.
way to go for that.
Her title reign last year took majority of the year, and while it's not her fault, it sucked because they didn't book that women's division on SmackDown has been barren.
Oh God.
She
Like,
said
they
she
didn't have
no kind of deal.
They didn't have no
Yeah.
real big name challengers for her throughout majority of it. Like, how many rematches did she have with Nia Jax throughout that reign?
Jesus Christ.
Too fucking many.
I lost count like 7.
And then I
So-
wasn't happy
So-
with Rhea winning. I like Rhea. Don't get me wrong. I like Rhea. I'm a fan of hers, but I just thought that there was a better story for her at WrestleMania with Io Sky.
I agree.
I was like,
agree.
I think we talked about this in the group chat yesterday. So I know that Jade needs an opponent for Mania. Jade, in my opinion, at least, doesn't have to be a huge name or somebody who's been to the mountaintop already, because this will be Jade's first WrestleMania defending her title, her first WrestleMania as a women's champion. I thought that Raquel was going to get the win here. I thought they were going to tie that into the Judgment Day breaking up storyline, but that's not what ended up happening. But I also didn't think that it should have been Rhea. You could have gone with somebody else.
I think they're testing Jade personally.
I
Jade,
would have to disagree with you on that. Like this is why I support the choice of Rhea Ripley winning. Obviously, at this point in mind, you cannot convince me that the plan was not Jade versus Bianca. When Bianca did not return in time, they had a choice. Now, the next best option probably would have been Charlotte Flair because Jade been mean mugging her since the day she got in the company.
Right.
And as trying to figure out the way to describe this, as off as Charlotte has been for the better part of the last couple years, that's still a marquee match. She's still a top star in that division.
oh, of course.
But
Yeah.
if they weren't going to go with Charlotte, and I assume they have other plans for her, then Rhea Ripley was probably the next best choice. Out of everybody in that match, Rhea was the biggest name. And this is WrestleMania we're talking about. You can't just throw anybody into a women's world title match at WrestleMania, especially considering last year, Rhea was part of the best match on the flipping show. Jade not only needs somebody who is a big name, but somebody who can bring out the best in her. There is a comparison regarding her and Rhea from the way that they're built to the way that they're presented. You got two big, bad, powerhouse, bad bitches here. That's a fight I can get behind.
Oh yeah. Oh no. I agree with Rhea winning, and I was mad that I didn't see what you saw because I didn't think about it until she won. Like,
Yeah, me too.
That's why they had her drop the belts.
Yeah.
The big test
Oh yeah,
for
the tag
Jade.
titles. Yeah.
This is a biggest test for Jade.
Because it was either that or they let her keep the tag belt, have her go after that title, and bring both Rhea and Io over to SmackDown, and then we get that proper match between Io and help me out, guys. I'm old.
Io and Julia.
Yes.
Io and Julia still can happen, but Rio was not going into Mania with those titles.
No, what I was gonna say is they could go in with those titles and come out both dual champions.
It wasn't going to happen, mind you.
But they did that. They did that in a minute, so I figured they wasn't.
WrestleMania. I don't want that match being Rio versus the Bellas.
Oh hell no!
But no. I don't like the fact that it might be the Bellas versus Lash and Nia because Lash specifically deserves better than facing the fucking Bellas.
Nowhere near.
I don't.
Hey, look, bro. I don't want Donald Trump to be president, but this is what we got.
We can still prevent the Bellas from being on TV.
Except there were more dumbasses that voted for that than that voted for the Bellas.
It's gonna happen, y'all. I'm sorry. Like, there's nothing that we can do about that. Like, I'm already breaking. That's gonna be my piss break match.
And Rhea winning the chamber that further exposed that SmackDown's women's division is fucking ass.
They need
it's Raw,
SmackDown, pretty much
women's, or it's only Raw women who are challenging for the titles now. Both titles are being challenged for by Raw.
Because who is SmackDown?
Yeah, SmackDown's barren as hell.
Alexa are a tag team, and Michin's just been walking around with a flipping kendo stick.
That's because she's still injured.
Again, what match?
Her and B-Fab, right? Even if she wasn't injured, she wouldn't be in that match.
And
they got to make some changes, and they got to make some changes.
Even if B-Fab wasn't injured, she wouldn't be in that match.
Bro. The United States Championship should not be a thing. Like, it is holding Julia back. Julia should be mixing it up with them top level women the same way Stephanie Verker is. Well, Stephanie Verker should be. Because
Deanna James is benefiting instead of Julia.
She has not touched Rhea Ripley. She fought Io Sky like twice, and that could have been a match. And her WrestleMania match is Liv Morgan, which I get it. Personally, I'm not a fan, but I get why the company supports that. It is what it is. But they needed a major box office women's match, and Rhea Ripley versus Jade Cargill, given the pieces that they have, this is the best. This is the best they can do, and I get that.
But I agree that the women's division on SmackDown needs.
They need something, and if that means moving Rhea Ripley over to the show, then so fucking be it.
They need a draft, which they've abandoned for the last 2 years.
Yeah, and two, that makes me think and wonder if maybe post Mania, hopefully a little sooner, if Soul and JC Jane don't get called up to SmackDown. Those two are
I still
absolutely
stand
due
by
for it.
Soul and JC's going to be stand and deliver. It's
Yeah,
stand and deliver.
I
Soul
Yeah.
wins the
standing
title,
by that.
Yeah.
JC gets the call up right after.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mind you, stand and deliver is going to be 2 weeks before WrestleMania this year.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not the
it's
same
on
weekend.
April
weekend.
4th
Yeah,
No.
it's 2 weeks before.
Yep.
in St. Louis, which was
The
where I
hell?
lived for 20 years of my life.
That's disrespectful.
But NXT would have been
I'm okay.
overshadowed by
I
Mania.
didn't like
though.
NXT
But-
having. I didn't like Stand and Deliver being on, the day of WrestleMania, because then it's like,
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a
you got
lot of
people getting in there
wrestling.
hella fucking early.
They get their own shine now, being on their own day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. I
they
like
don't,
that.
because like the takeovers would be, like the day before we had two, 2-night WrestleManias. Takeover would be on Saturday, so the takeover gang would get their own time to shine, and we saw them takeovers like New Orleans and New York, bro. That's all I gotta say. So it's good to let NXT get their own day to shine. Where
Yeah.
it's not like, okay, bro, this is the pre-show before WrestleMania,
Yeah.
featuring a bunch of people that you're not even going to see at WrestleMania. So I'm okay with that. But that's pretty much all I got about the Elimination Chamber. The women's match was better, not as good as last year's.
No, last year was
No.
fantastic. man.
No,
Because
it wasn't.
pretty much
Because it
every
wasn't
girl
nothing
in
big
this
to pay
match.
off on. So
Every girl in this match, with the exception of Tiffany, is in like some form of tag team, and their partner were absent. So you took away some story narrative there. But other than that, the match was good. Rhea won, so that sets up her and Jade. I'm down.
Yeah.
Who do you think is going to go over, Jade or Ripley?
Now that's an interesting question.
That's a good question. My
It
wife
has
asked
to
me
be
that
Jade,
question last night.
in my
I
opinion.
would like to say Jade,
I
but
wanted
Me
to be
too.
Jade, but I don't think
I-
I'm afraid
but
it won't happen.
at
That's
the
where I'm
same
at.
time, it's been a little bit over a year since Rhea's been champion. So
Yeah.
she had been mucking it around, trying to chase the title. I still, if it were up to me, I would have had Charlotte win it, and then Rhea and Io, because Rhea and Io, there's still a story to tell. But if they move them to SmackDown, and if Rhea goes to SmackDown to challenge Jade, and Io follows to go challenge Julia or whatever, whatever it takes, they'll still be on the same show. You can still do Rhea versus Io at some point. You need to do Rhea and Io at some point. Rhea has
I
to
think
get
Bianca's going to get the winner at SummerSlam and win the belt at SummerSlam.
That's if Bianca's healthy in time. Bianca just had
That's
surgery
right.
on her fingers.
She'll be healthy by SummerSlam.
Yeah.
We don't know what her recovery time looks like.
I think she'll be ready.
I think she tried to rehab that entire time because it was a broken knuckle, but rehabbing just didn't work. It sucks
Right.
because that's an entire year of her career, and at her age, that's dangerous.
Yeah.
I got a feeling though she'll be ready.
On to the next match. They had Becky Lynch against AJ Lee for the Women's Intercontinental Championship.
That match was good.
I'm gonna be honest
It was.
with
It
you.
was really
solid, yeah.
I was zoned out until I saw AJ with the Black Widow and Becky tap damn near immediately. Like, we're talking Gunther and Jey Uso tap out.
Right.
I have not been into this feud at all, but I have to give them the credit. They put a solid show up there last night.
Okay, all right. I'll take y'all word for it. If it was good, it was good.
Yeah, no, I really liked the match.
I was invested. But here's what I think should come from this match. The ref should challenge Becky to a match at WrestleMania.
They've been building some beef
I'm sorry.
between Becky and Jessica Carr for some
Yes,
time.
They have.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you do not kick me in the face and then talk to me literally minutes later. No, we fighting at that point. The match over. Ring the bell. It's
Jessica Carr is a trained wrestler. She's even worked on
Yes.
a couple of them Evolve
Yeah.
tapings.
Yes.
I forgot what
Yes.
the
Yeah,
name
no,
is.
I know. I've
She's
seen her
younger than me.
evolve. She's like a masked wrestler.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
she can wrestle. The question is, do you think that's going to happen at Mania? Because personally, I don't.
No,
That's
I think they're
want-
going to
Okay, at least Saturday night's
yeah.
main event, because I'm tired. Because I'll be like, I'm tired of you. I'd have been like, no, I'm tired of you. You done put hands on me. You done talked about me. Talked about my job. No, we finna go. Let's go.
I don't want to see Becky and AJ again. I don't. But that's probably going to happen
Not
one more
gonna
So
time.
let
that's
me
probably
know.
what's gonna be the
Yeah, we
WrestleMania
probably
match.
are going to get
Not
one
gonna
more
let
Yeah,
me
match.
know.
they're going to run it back.
Yeah.
And I think Becky will lose, but AJ will relinquish the belt, and there'll
I'm
be a
sorry, this
tournament.
feud is killing me inside.
I think that Becky's going to win the title back because AJ is not full time.
Right.
No, she
So
got
Right.
a medium break
she's
for
gonna
sure.
hold the belt for a little bit. We got our feel good moment. You know, my queen is back in the game. She has a championship. Cool. Then she drops it back to Becky, and then Becky goes on because Becky has single handedly made that championship relevant
Yeah.
Yeah, she has.
throughout it's pretty much its entire existence. Like Lyra, put the foot in the door, but Becky is the one who took that belt to the next level. She has carried the
Yep.
championship the entire time. She carried the feud with Lyra. She brought Maxine Dupree into something relevant before they killed it in like 3 weeks.
Yep.
And now she's doing this story with AJ Lee. So, I'm okay with it because, if you're gonna have this title, then you need to do something to make it relevant. And Becky is one of the biggest stars in the company, and she's elevated that championship's importance. Now,
No, she did her job.
at some
Absolutely.
point, she will need to separate from it, but I don't think AJ Lee should be the one who makes that happen. After Becky wins the belt back from her at WrestleMania, which I fully expect her to do, the person that needs to probably, take that title off of her, if the Judgment Day is going to break up, either Roxanne Perez or Raquel Rodriguez.
I would be down for that. For sure.
I personally would hope that there's some route where Natty gets it, especially with how much the Intercontinental title means in her family lineage. For her to get the women's one and her be on a tear, sign me up. That's what I want to see.
It hasn't been working with Natty so far.
Because they haven't been doing. Because they don't want. They never wanted to work with Natty. Let's be honest.
I feel
Natty's solid on the mic and in the ring, and they never want to do. They never want to put
over her whole career. It's felt like she's been in the same exact.
She has been one of the best in women they've had in the company, and they continue to treat her like a joke, and it pisses me off to no end. And this Natty gimmick is no exception. Like, how did y'all screw that up? She gave you the material.
Exactly.
Yes.
You didn't have to do nothing. Let her whoop somebody's ass.
Right.
What was the
That's
point
all
of the
they
gimmick
had to do, and they couldn't even do that.
She pulled this shit out in fucking Bloodsport on an indie show, off the clock for y'all. All y'all had to do was watch that and be like, how can we do the same stuff on TV?
Right.
Yep.
And couldn't even do that.
Right.
And I mean, again, to play the other side of things, like it's still early, but they gotta pick it up before it's at the point of no return.
The execution has been lackluster.
Yes.
Because she's running out of time to make this work.
So
exactly, that's what I'm saying. That's my exact point. They have to act now because Natty's not getting any younger.
She's a fine ass woman, but she's also 43 years old.
Did y'all see how dead it was on Monday during her match? The crowd was dead.
The crowd.
They gave no fuck about that match.
I don't fully blame that on Natty. They're not giving.
No,
her
I don't.
That's an
agree.
issue for another day. I mean that's a whole another issue. So moving on from the Intercontinental title match, next up you had CM Punk against Finn Balor for the World Heavyweight Championship. First of all, I don't know who he convinced to spend that pretty chunk of change for that Michael Jordan intro, but it was absolutely worth it.
I loved it.
Yes, it was.
I'm not even from Chicago, and I fucking loved it.
And that is not the Michael Jordan intro. That is the 90s Bulls
The
era
Chicago Bulls
intro.
entrance, yeah.
Now, to be fair, Michael Jordan was on the team when that intro, but that's not his intro.
Okay.
That's Michael Jordan's intro.
Michael
Jordan is the Bulls of the 90s.
Look here. You don't even live here. You don't even go here.
Hey, I watched The Last Dance. I saw all I needed to see.
You didn't live it.
That scene was not just Jordan.
You wasn't here when they rioted every year that they won. So I don't want to hear it.
I was in New York when John Starks, bow on Michael Jordan.
Oh hell yeah, that was great.
If you wasn't locking your doors after hearing that because we knew the Bulls won and won the finals, I don't want to hear nothing out of y'all. See, all right then. Anyway,
I was depressed because y'all kept putting boot to ass.
To the match. Roman Reigns is petty as all hell because he made a joke on Twitter. He was like, "I don't know what's more tired, the crowd or CM Punk?" And I'm like, "Damn."
But Punk got his ass back though in the post show. Punk lit him up.
Yeah, those promo battles are gonna be a fuck ton of fun.
The
match itself, I feel bad saying this. Like, it's indicative of how lackluster the product has been, where you got CM Punk defending the world title in Chicago at a premium live event, and the crowd is, sitting on their hands for a good chunk of his match.
Nobody expected Punk to
Yeah.
lose. That's why.
And I thought I was tripping when I heard that.
Yeah, it
To
hurts
be
the fact
fair-
of, like, even it doesn't matter how good the match was, and it could have been like a 5-star Meltzer ass classic. Ain't nobody in they right or wrong mind thought that Finn Balor stood a
Balor.
snowball's chance of hell of walking out with the belt.
It was all
Exactly.
filler. That's all-
Especially on the road to WrestleMania.
You
Nobody
already knew this match
thought
does
he
not
was
matter.
winning that.
there was
You
no
already knew
drama.
the match didn't matter.
Had this show not been in Chicago, I don't even think we would have had this match at
Like,
Chamber.
y'all
Right,
just
no.
announced a world title match between
Yeah.
CM Punk and Roman Reigns. But before we get to that, you got Punk defending the title against Finn Balor, a man who hasn't won a singles match on television in over a year and already lost to Punk a month ago. And y'all think he finna beat him for the world title in his hometown?
And
Right.
he lost the Punk the exact same way. Twice. It's crazy.
Someone in Nah pointed that
was
out
all
earlier.
centered around Punk. It
Now-
was in Chicago. It was his
Yeah.
first time in
The-
however many
That
years
that was
defending
to
the world
that,
title
I
in
swear
Chicago.
that this whole chamber and that match was there just to make dude from AW crash out. That was there to make Tony
I
Khan crash
mean,
out.
you're not wrong.
Tell me I'm wrong.
No, I
Because
think I
he-
really do
mind
think it
you-
was
mind
more.
you,
I think it was
did you-
more for
did you see
Punk
the
because he
graphic?
did mention that it was his first time defending the title in however many years in
Not
Chicago.
even, not even
The
that.
building
Did you see
they
the
did it
graphic
in.
when Punk had his entrance? It said it was his first time wrestling in the United Center. Mind you, Punk was on the debut episode of Collision in the
They did that
United.
on purpose.
United Center, right? Exactly my point. Exactly my point.
Wait, did it specifically say wrestling?
Yes, they said it was
Because
his first time
Punk only did a
competing in the
promo.
United
He
Center.
only did the promo on
I
the.
figured that was
Watch-
intentional.
What was it?
watch
The first dance?
Watch the clip back, bro.
I do remember that live.
They're
I
not
was
going to
like,
acknowledge
oh,
AEW, so of
interesting.
course they're not going to. They're going to say.
Like,
They
y'all-
acknowledge who was in that box.
Oh,
man,
don't get me started on
we'll
that.
get to that.
Get there. We'll get there.
We'll
We'll
get to
get
that
there.
But yeah, so like Punk beats Finn Balor. Good, we got that out the way. The one positive I will say from this match is it does tell a story. Finn Balor clearly made it clear. Finn Balor made it clear to the rest of the Judgment Day he didn't want help. He wanted to face CM Punk alone. Something that Dominic Mysterio clearly didn't agree with. They're telling a story.
No,
They're
it wasn't
finally about to
Dominic
come-
not agreeing with that. It was JD. Dominic only cared about him.
Okay.
He only cared about himself.
Either
JD
way,
was
it's
the one
leading-
arguing with him. Like, hey, what you mean we can't help you? What you mean?
Either way, it's leading to a Finn Balor babyface turn where he's going to challenge Dominic at WrestleMania. Whether that's for the Intercontinental title, in my opinion, it shouldn't be. But if it has to be, cool, whatever. But they're about
That's a long overdue, though.
This
That match was
Judgment Day shit is about to come full circle because they've been teasing this beef between Finn and Dom for well over a year, and it's about time
Like
to-
almost 2, since 2024.
yeah, it's
let's be
about time
honest.
to wrap that shit up.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I would love to see the Intercontinental title be defended at WrestleMania.
I mean, it's
Because
been
they-
defended at the last. Let's see, last year it was the Fatal 4-Way. The year before it was Sammy and Gunther, which was one of the matches of the year. The year before that, you had another match of the year with Drew, Gunther, and Sheamus.
Ooh,
And
Bang.
then,
That was a classic.
yeah. So the last 3 Intercontinental title matches at Mania have been all really fucking good.
Yeah.
So I don't think this will keep up with those, but it's something.
It'll do what it needs to do. Like, at the
Yes,
very least.
They're doing
it'll
what
do-
they're doing
it-
what it
it-
needs to do.
It'll
So-
finally pay off on something we've been waiting on for 2 years.
Yeah.
So it'll tell
Yeah.
a story, and it'll be a good ass ending.
Before
hopefully.
the main event, we got to see what came out of the box.
Ugh.
Okay, I would like to be the first to say, Joseph,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but also, why aren't you rich?
yeah.
Why
Bro,
are-
what's the
Why?
money numbers looking like, dog?
Yeah, for real. Like,
I've been feeling it for a couple weeks now. I was hoping I would be wrong. I told you guys this, but as soon as I saw all those jobbers around that crate on Friday, I'm like, hell yeah, it's fucking Danhausen.
He said, bro, R-Truth pulled up. Danhausen is in that crate.
I'm
I
telling you,
couldn't believe it. I was like, okay.
we've gone from
Okay.
The Rock stealing souls exactly 1 year ago at the Chamber to fucking Danhausen in a crate. What has happened?
I don't know,
what
but
is
the
going on?
downward
Remember what happened
slide
for the
is
Dark
steep.
Side of the Ring where Vince Russo, I can't remember who he was making fun of. I don't know if it was Bruce Prichard or Jim Cornette. He
This
was
is
like,
a Bruce Prichard
"You guys
idea.
say a guy comes out of the box and he's automatically over." He's like, what?
That was Cornette who said that. And he's a
That was
fucking idiot.
Cornette who said that. Vince Russo had to be laughing his ass off watching this shit and be like, take that, Cornette.
This was the gobbledygooker 2.0 to the T.
I
Yeah,
feel
for real.
bad. Because like if they'd have just did this on regular TV, you might have been able to get away with it. But on a PLE,
One of the
On the
biggest
road-
stories this Mania
on the
season
road
is
to-
fucking Danhausen in the crate.
On the road to WrestleMania, no less. It
That's
could have been.
embarrassing.
It could have been on a random PLE down the road, but before WrestleMania, the last one before WrestleMania,
And he
it
got
makes
got
it
the pop.
worse.
He got
And
fucking
then
booed at the end.
And then he got to the ring and they started booing him, and then he just fucking disappeared. And it's just like,
What was the
That's
point of that? Hey, what are we doing?
hey, look, better him than Jericho.
Fuck.
Oh God,
That's not saying
I'll give
much.
you that. Yeah.
Yes.
I'll-
And also, who was that said something about it being Royce Keys?
Look,
I ain't letting
Okay.
that ride, bro. I ain't letting that ride.
I'm
That was-
old for like 3 with Chamber. All right, I called some things wrong, but
yeah.
That's an
yeah, you did.
understatement.
I
You never
told
let this
you.
man know.
oh,
They
stop.
literally had a commercial spot talking about Stephanie's podcast with him on it. That's what, and before they opened the box, I'm like, it really ain't him. It really
just-
ain't him.
He's not a surprise. So why the fuck would he?
If Royce Keys was in that box, I'd be a lot more mad about that. But you know what? Speaking of shit that made me mad,
But
y'all
they
ready to
could've
talk
did
about
it.
the main event?
Oh,
Yeah.
oh
Yeah.
shit! Here we go.
Let's go to
Oh,
that main
God.
event. Let's
So,
get that over with.
You got the main event. It's an elimination chamber match. Winner gets to challenge the undisputed WWE champion at WrestleMania. You got Javon Evans, LA Knight, Cody Rhodes, Trick Williams, Logan Paul, and Randy Orton. So, you know, let me come on, I'm on Wikipedia. Let me run the so you had Javon Evans and Cody Rhodes starting the match, which tells me my money was on Cody. And then when I saw Javon start the match with Cody, I'm like, okay, Cody finna go the distance.
Right.
So
I was
Javon
with
and
Yeah.
you.
Cody,
I was with
Cody
you.
start going in. You know, Javon's getting the show off. Trick Williams is number 3. All right, cool. We got all the fellas in there. I know all you Cody
Right.
Rockman haters are not like me.
Right.
Let me have my fun.
Yeah, you know who you are.
Logan Paul enters at number 4, and shit goes downhill.
Yes.
Oh,
So,
God.
you know, Logan's number 4, LA Knight is number 5, Randy Orton is number 6. You know,
as soon as Logan Paul hit that slingshot clothesline, I'm like, you know what? Here we go.
He needs to stop
One in
fucking
the
doing
beast
that.
mode.
He blows out. He ain't gonna be happy till he blows his fucking knee out doing that shit, bro. Like, leave
Yup.
that to Hangman.
Yeah.
Like, when Logan hit his finisher on Javon, like, the way he hit it, I'm like, bro, if you can't hit the move proper, don't be doing it.
Yes.
Like,
Yep.
Kotaro Suzuki been doing that motherfucking 20 years. I don't remember him, you know, damn near killing somebody like that.
Right.
Like, Javon Evans, you know, we already worry about him every time he hit that damn OG cut. Like,
We do.
don't do
And
that
We
to the
talked about that.
I'm
too.
shocked he did the splash off the top of the cage. I'm like, brother, no.
I expected Javon to be like, you know, the first one out, but Logan Paul eliminating him.
Yeah,
I
Logan
hated
Paul
that.
eliminate Logan.
I don't know. That
think-
pissed me off.
Mm.
And then to add even worse, Logan Paul eliminates LA Knight.
Yes.
Like, LA Knight already been dealing with BS from the Vision. He beat Logan Paul for the US title. Like, did we have to do this? Clearly,
Right.
this was the spot that was planned for Bronson Reed.
And it gets even worse
absolutely.
after
Which would
that
have
too.
made sense. But for Logan Paul to do it in his place,
Not believable.
and
at
then
all.
probably where I checked out, because this was the most unnecessary ass elimination.
Yeah.
You know, Logan goes for the pulverizer on Trick Williams. Trick slips out. Cody catches him with a crossroads. Cody tries to pin Trick. Logan throws Cody out the ring and then pins Trick Williams. And I'm sitting here like, did we really have to do this? You could have just had Cody pin Trick.
I sincerely got
Right.
super pissed off at that because
They
Trick's on
left
a
Logan in
rise.
there way too long.
Yeah, and you got this bum ass Logan Paul pinning Trick who's literally white fire right now. And I'm
That's
like,
a
what the
rising
fuck are we
star.
doing?
I know Trick wasn't winning, but Cody Penn and Trick would have been just fine.
Yes.
Exactly.
Y'all
Yes.
gave that man 3 eliminations.
Y'all
Right,
gave
for what
half the
reason?
damn field.
And they were
Yeah,
quick
like,
eliminations too. They were very
Yes.
quick.
Mind you, this
That's
is
right.
Logan's straight third. It's his third straight elimination chamber. He has been in the
Yes.
last 2.
Uh-huh.
What are we doing?
We've been asking that question all Mania season. What are we doing?
So
Yeah, but this
then-
specifically
now
was
you
atrocious.
down to Logan Paul, Cody Rhodes, and Randy Orton. And then we have now it's like, okay, now this is a TNA 2005 ass match. Because for whatever reason, after Trick Williams is eliminated, nobody bothers to fucking close the damn chamber door.
Right.
Right.
Right, because we're just
So-
leaving the door
We're just
open.
leaving the door
Yeah.
open now.
Yeah.
That made me mad. I'm like, why is the door still open?
Y'all
They
leave
did
the
not
That's
door
what
open.
I'm saying.
What y'all finna
I'm
do?
over here like the door.
What's
Right.
the point of a cage when it's not keeping anybody out? Like I don't
I mean,
get
how many times have we seen a cage match with a ton of interference?
it. Yeah. It's ridiculous.
It's the
Exactly.
fucking purpose. So you got
It
a mask
does.
guy come in.
So
And
then the masked man come out.
Reason them catch him, and they're like, "Who the hell is this guy?" Oh, it's generic jobber number 3. All right, cool. Another masked guy runs in while they're getting rid of him, and I'm sitting here like, bro, it's like 20 y'all over there.
Y'all got
couldn't,
right.
like,
Y'all
take
got
two out
right.
the
Right.
pack
Right.
and
You,
go get
right. Take
the second one that you just saw.
right. You telling me y'all? It took all the guards. See, this is why I say AEW security is better than WWE security.
I mean, again, that's like
That's not saying much.
that's not
It's
saying
not.
It's not.
Fucking Wardlow beat 20 of them by himself. Like,
that's,
it's not
that's
saying
for pissing in my toilet because at least you didn't piss in the sink this time.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
So
But-
like.
Mm.
So old boy comes in, pops Logan with a super kick and a stomp, and then Cody pins Logan. I do like how Cody's looking at the masked man while he's pinning Logan, and the guy takes his mask off to be Seth, and Seth and Cody looking dead at each other. It's almost as if like to say some sort of like, "Hey, look, bro,
This
this
ain't
about
for
I
you.
gotta get my
Right.
lick
This
back."
ain't for you. This for me.
Why couldn't they
ain't for
do this earlier in the match?
Just
After the
I
first
appreciate that
elimination.
little subtle moment of storytelling,
They could have
Yeah.
done this sooner in the match.
It
Instead of having
was
Logan
because
The only
Right,
time they
the-
would
the
have had
whole-
to
the
have done it.
Everything Logan did in that match, the way he was booked, was going to be Bronson Reed.
Yes.
It's not believable though.
And before
It's
it was Bronson Reed, it was going to be Braun.
Gonna be Brian Breaker. Yep.
Which would have been believable if
But
Braun
yeah,
was
like I said, the vision's been falling like dominoes. So Logan Paul was their. It was out of that
That-
theory.
I'm telling you, they're cursed. You cannot tell me anything
Seth
different
Rollins
at this point.
taking
They are
injury
cursed.
last year, and the wrestling gods have been like, "I bet."
Yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
They've been getting hit
They've
with
been
lightning
falling
bolt after
like
lightning bolt
dominoes,
after
dog.
lightning bolt.
So now
Man,
Seth is back and probably gonna have like it's probably looking like either Seth versus Logan Paul or Seth and LA Knight against Logan Paul and Austin Theory.
Oh God.
ugh.
Hey,
He's
Honestly,
right.
just kill the fucking group now.
Theory
Like,
makes any
I see
better.
it being,
That's what I'm saying. Like, we don't need this
Hey.
group to make it to WrestleMania.
I see it being a tag match though. Now that you say it, T, because they gotta finish that up with LA Knight in a way because he's still been
He's
going
been
after the
doing
vision.
it with the
LA
vision
Knight is
for
Seth
almost a
against
year
the
now,
vision,
but like
again.
there is an interesting story you can tell there. Mind you, LA Knight, and Seth Rollins, they not friends.
Right.
Right.
Rollins faked
No.
the injury to take a loss to LA Knight, and he was screwing him. So like,
Yep.
if they could build
Yeah.
that tag match and it'd be like, okay, well, Seth, I don't fucking trust you. You was on just as much bullshit with them, and now you only mad because they turned their backs on you.
But
Even
Knight
though
against
the
the
two
vision
guys
for
that they're
the
feuding,
time.
had nothing to do with Seth because Seth beef is with the two guys who were fucking injured. Like,
Right. So
I'm
you
praying
just
for
gonna
Bad
jump the
Bunny
new
now.
guys
It-
because they associated with them. You just gonna
Yeah,
jump. I mean, I don't have a problem with you jumping Theory. Just jump him all day. But
At this point,
All day.
to make this program work in any capacity, Paul Heyman got to work overtime.
yes,
We need Paul
Yeah.
Heyman promo.
Yeah.
promos
this is
non-stop.
gonna be his best work.
He needs to bring
It needs to be.
anything less. It's already a failure, but like to minimize that failure, Paul Heyman got to be working overtime.
He got to make soup out of shit. I get it.
Okay.
And
Bro
yeah.
got to work that mouth like Superhead or something like.
yeah. Aha.
Process. too. Came out of left field with that.
I almost fell out my chair, bro. Don't do
Bro,
that.
like you need to be telling the Tiana Trump of
Give me
promos,
flashback.
Hey, not Tiana Trump though.
Like,
I mean, that's a lot of talent, but damn.
Shit.
You showing your age, brother. You showing your age.
You got
Oh my
work.
God.
Look, they don't call me Gooner T for nothing. He got work to do.
Facts.
That's the original Boom
Paul
material.
got to be working overtime to make this shit happen. Okay, like do what you can, but like, bro, you got to talk a whole bunch of shit to Seth. You got to get Seth trying to get his hands on you, and Logan Theory just keep getting in the way until LA Knight is like, you know what? Fuck this. I don't like you, but I hate them, and I got ass to beat. Let's go.
I'm so tired of Night against the Vision, though, man. I'm sick of it.
Yeah.
But this
am
is
too,
this is where they
if
have to
you
pay it off. Then
you know, pay it off.
Yes.
And let's be done with it.
That's
Like,
that's what I was gonna say. Pay it off, be done, move on.
I agree.
The entire purpose of the Vision was to get Braun Breaker over to that next level. And when Seth got hurt, that screwed up plan A. And then Braun got hurt, and now you didn't kill plan B. And then Bronson Reed got hurt, and now you didn't kill plan C. Like, there is...
Yeah, they on plan F. They
this.
on plan F by now because D and E suck.
Okay.
Let's just call Theory and Logan Paul what it is. Plans D and E suck.
So they're screwed. So that's just is what it is.
This
so
is gonna be the next 7 weeks is gonna be Heyman's best.
I feel bad for them though, because none of this is their fault. You know?
None of this is their fault. You got to play with the cards
Very
you're dealt. And the company's over here. I don't know what the fuck they playing, but it ain't chess and it ain't checkers.
They're horrible.
It ain't making sense, but somehow it's making dollars.
Right now, it's in the Chinese checkers camp.
They're playing Parcheesi right now.
I think more so Chinese checkers. They just trying to get all the colors in the same area. All the same colors.
They're trying to play
That's
guess
all
who.
they're trying to do.
They're trying to play guess who.
He said guess who.
So,
guess who? Hell no.
I like that.
So back to the chamber. So Logan Paul is finally fucking gone. And then now you're down to Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton. And we're, like I said, this is a 2005 TNA match now. So we got more interference on the way.
Because they still ain't closed the door.
No.
And none of the officials know the door is open.
Out here hating, being a grade A hater, ain't never let Cody know peace. Goes to, and this spot probably irritated me. Drew pops Cody with the title belt in the head. And less than 10 seconds later, Cody over here tattooing his ass in the corner. I'm like, bro, Cody, I know you're Cena now, but like, dog, Cena
right? He didn't sell that. He did not sell that hit to the head with the title belt.
Nobody's know anything anymore.
I'm like, is that the foam one that they sell you for $50?
Won the title, won number 17 last year. Drew McIntyre doesn't. And Cody's like, man, fuck that shit.
I mean, I guess we'll chalk it up to the adrenaline in his soul.
You got caught in the head, though. Adrenaline. You should be out like a light. Fuck adrenaline, man.
My man hit us with it's in the song.
Ain't no damn adrenaline in the song. Both supposed to be out like a light.
It's literally in the song. I'm just saying.
Fuck out of here. Let me hit you with the belt. See what happens. You get those. Fucking adrenaline.
Oh my god. So now Cody over here wailing on Drew and everything, and shit goes down. Drew tries to catch Randy Orton with the Claymore, Cody with the Claymore. Cody dodges it. Orton hits Drew with an RKO, which somehow Drew bounces up and stumbles back into a crossroads. I mean,
right.
All right, whatever. And then, after Cody hits Drew with crossroads, Randy Orton like, hey, look, bro, you ain't never gonna catch me slipping, but I'm a damn sure catch you.
I saw the footage 2 weeks ago. And you said don't pass up an opportunity.
Orton ain't gonna miss an opportunity. Cody, you was soft, and that's why you lost to Cena last year. I'm not soft.
Right.
Mind you, that was his former teacher. You should have known better.
Yeah, young Randall wasn't having it. He's like, you beat me at King of the Ring last year? Nah, bro, I'm getting that lick back now. So Orton pops Cody with the RKO and gets the 3 count. Orton wins the Elimination Chamber. So now it's currently scheduled Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania.
Bruh, I need at least a fatal 4-way for that title.
Drew
has attacked 4 different dudes in 5 weeks.
I think Cody's winning on Friday. I'm convinced he's winning on Friday.
I don't.
You think
I
Cody's
don't-
gonna win the belt back that soon?
My reason is
Uh-uh.
they need to fill up this card, right? They only have 3 matches for this card. If Cody wins, that sets up Cody versus Orton, Aldis versus Drew, which is long overdue to begin with, and then you could do Sammy versus fucking
Jacob Fatu.
Jacob. Yeah. If
I mean,
Cody
I think they're
Mm.
heading more towards Sammy versus Trick Williams though.
that's another
I-
possibility.
Or
And
Trick
I,
versus
I,
LA
think,
Knight.
I see that because Trick is in that man's face every week.
Every week, bro. After
Every
he
week,
talked
he
about
has
his
got
breath
his
felt
boot
like
on
10
his
pounds
neck.
of
So
bounce
Jacob.
that ass, like, hey, bro, Sammy, you can't let that ride, bro.
Right.
Yeah, 'cause
at,
you
at
saying
some
t-
point you gotta
yeah.
jump a man backstage.
Like,
I'm sorry.
You gotta come see me saying that, bro.
Man,
Right.
he's soft
All
as
right,
fuck.
10 pounds to bounce that ass. Like,
So
But yeah, I have a feeling Cody.
I don't like the idea of Cody winning the title back. At least not now.
Yeah, I agree with
I
you, but I
agree.
think
On
that's
top of
gonna
that,
happen.
Drew been fucking with Jacob for the longest. So whatever match Drew has at Mania, and I assume he's still going to be champion, I'm thinking Fatal 4-Way because Cody is not fighting for the title. Cody's fighting for that
Right.
title. No matter how the hell he gets there,
exactly.
Cody's fighting for that title.
I'm telling
Orton's
you, and
already
Drew
Orton's already won the Elimination Chamber. He's secured him,
Drew
so he got
has
to get
pissed off
And then on
too
top of
many
that,
people.
Drew consistently has fucked Jacob out of at least 3 different title opportunities.
Yeah.
Yes.
At some point,
Yeah.
Nick Aldis is like, Drew, you've been playing in my face for all this time. Guess what? You fighting all of them niggas. Randy, I know
Right.
you're happy about it, but this man done pissed me off.
And he
You know who
need to
Drew
make
is pissed
Sammy-
off the most though? Nick Aldis. He's
He-
pissed him off the most.
And
True.
what better reason for all this to be like, I'm not an in-ring competitor anymore, but you're going to take these lumps.
Right.
I think
Yeah.
he's gonna blame Aldis
I'm
for losing the
telling you.
title, and then that sets up their match at Mania.
Like, let's think about this. Whatever the match can be, it can't be Cody versus Drew. We've seen it
Hell
many
no.
not
times.
not
No.
by himself. Not by
Absolutely
himself. We've
not.
seen
Drew
enough
versus,
of that.
Drew
By
versus
himself,
Orton is not a
Right.
marquee matchup. It's not because either one of them is not big enough of a star, but because there's not an engaging enough story to main
there's
event.
not
the
enough
title.
build up for it. Even
Not
though
at all.
even though Drew has been messing with Orton like he's been messing with everybody else lately.
Yeah,
That's why I
mind you,
say
Drew gave
it
Orton
needs
that
to be a
Claymore
fatal
back in September.
4-way.
He took Orton
Yeah.
out for months. So
Yeah.
like,
And he
they-
attacked him 2-3 weeks ago in a match that had nothing to do with the title.
So
So
he
that's-
did jump in when he lost to Aleister Black.
Yeah.
So like,
Right.
you
That's what I'm
gotta
saying.
at this point it's got to be a fatal 4-way. It's got to be
I
Orton.
feel like
we-
Creative's
we-
scrambling every other week to figure out what to do, and it's like I can't.
And I feel
figure
like
out
we
what to
need
do
a
half
special
the
guest
time.
referee for that. And I feel like Sammy need to be the special guest referee.
That's
Because he been messing with him too. Think about it. He been messing with all of them. I've never seen a champion pick so many fights in such a short amount of time. I have seen champions go through 4 feuds in a year, but not 4 feuds in a month.
Drew is the opposite of MJF. Drew stay fucking with his ops. MJF running from everybody.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen a champion run from their ops, run from multiple ops.
Drew,
But I ain't never seen them pick the fights with multiple
Drew
ops.
won that belt
This
from Cody
man-
and has not let that man know peace since.
He ain't let
No,
Cody no
not
peace.
at
He ain't
all.
let Jacob no peace. He just picking on Orton because he bored and he know he can beat Sammy because he done beat Sammy 13 times. So why the fuck not? I'm like, bruh, you gonna get jumped one of these days. And you
Jacob
ain't gonna
Fatu
like
said
it.
it best to Sammy. He's like, bro, Drew attacked me and Cody. He ain't even touch you in that triple threat match, and you still lost. Like, I don't want to say a Sami Zayn heel turn is coming, but it would make sense if they did it now. It would be it would freshen
ain't
up
the-
his character.
And here's the thing, it ain't the first time. It really ain't the first time.
That's true.
Him and KO combined got more heel face turns than Big Show.
I don't know about that now.
I don't know about.
When
I
Big Show-
Yeah, I don't know.
Big Show
Combined,
is
they
a
do.
close, bro. You got to work
It's
real
close,
hard
they
to be
do.
a disloyal MF like Big Show.
Well, Big Show still
Combined-
turning face and heel every day.
Well,
Combined, they do. Individually, they can't match him, but combined, yes, they do.
I still don't know.
Hell,
So,
they have
like,
switched on each other. They have switched on each other mid feud. So
Yeah.
come on.
like the
multiple
saving grace is
times.
that every match bangs. So
Yes.
let's
Yes,
break
they
down
never
how this
put on
chamber-
bad matches.
how this chamber went down. It's the last day of Black History Month, and you had Logan Paul eliminate the 2 black
Screw
men.
over two screw
That's
over
Yeah.
what
two
my wife
black
said
men.
multiple times last night, and I'm
Man.
like, I agree.
All the black people in the match got screwed over.
Not only did
Even
Logan Paul,
Raheem got screwed over in that match.
not only did Logan Paul clear half the field, he took out the two dread-headed brothers in the match.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, and that offends me.
I don't blame you.
Triple H
Like-
has
I
never
agree.
beaten the allegations because of that.
Nope.
Fuck no.
I
You
agree.
kidding me?
I agree because you know what?
Never.
He could have had if he'd have had anyone else take them out in that match, I might have been better. I might have felt a little better about it. But
Even
you had them
aside-
taken out in rapid succession by that dude.
Even aside from like my personal dislike of Logan Paul as a person and a wrestler as a thing, like for him to clear half the field like that is fucking insulting.
Yes.
He's the
Very.
weakest guy in the match too. Which
Yes.
makes it worse.
He's the greenest
Yes.
motherfucker up in there, and I get it.
Yes.
You're trying to make him look like a slime ball heel. He's
Okay.
a slime ball just by breathing.
Yes.
Exactly.
You didn't
Yes.
need to.
Yeah.
You didn't need to be disrespectful on the last day of Black History Month
Black
to do
History
that
Month.
shit.
Right.
You've already heard brothers be like, "Well, why ain't you pushing black folks?" And Hunter's like, "Hey, bro, we took two put two fellas in the chamber," and then he's like, "Hey, bro, what we do to Booker T at WrestleMania 19? Yeah, run that back."
And took the
Yep.
most toxic dude on your roster and used him to eliminate them.
I'm
And
just
my-
Logan Paul was a part timer.
He's not even getting heel heat. You know what I mean? Logan Paul, he's gonna go away heat. Like
The crowd went fucking mid. As soon as
Right.
Logan took out
Yeah.
Devon, he killed the match.
the match
Like-
went dead. Yeah.
Yes.
Everything after that was just like, and it was so fast. It was back to back to back.
Right.
And it's like,
And
bruh, of all people to do this shit with, I would have rather
Like-
them put Theory in the fucking match.
Me too.
Thank you. Oh, I know I would definitely.
Like,
Would've
it,
been
yeah,
we
it
know
still
you
would have
would,
been
Joseph.
garbage.
We
but it
know.
would've been as
We know.
infuriating.
No, if Theory swept them, that would be believable. Like that. That's a whole.
Let's not get carried
Yo,
away. What,
you know
it's
that-
believable. It was just performance to be Theory. Don't start that
You guys are
bullshit.
fucking worse, man. I'm gonna have my day. Watch.
Yeah, when you get a magic wand.
Theory
I-
2026,
y'all-
y'all.
When you get a genie with 3 wishes and you don't wish for money, you gonna waste a wish on Theory. That's about as good as that get, brother.
So all you
stop
viewers
it.
out there, I am the biggest Austin Theory believer, and these motherfuckers in here give me a hard time about it every damn day. But I'm gonna get the last.
What's the reason?
I support the Theory vision. It's just,
I don't.
Yeah,
I don't.
he's the only one.
I know
All of
you
us.
don't.
What for? The Theory
Yeah,
vision is a
why?
hood, the Theory vision is a bag over my head. That's
You
the
will
Theory
see
vision.
the vision. You're gonna see the
Okay,
vision, okay?
Okay, because it's a bag over my head. That's why, because that's all Theory is. It's an empty goddamn bag.
I like Austin Theory. I just
He ain't even. How you don't benefit from being tied to Paul Heyman?
He needs to be a
Yeah, that is
problem.
saying something.
ask Cesaro.
Cesaro,
Not even Logan
Heidenreich,
Paul benefited from this.
Ryback, Curtis Axel. The failures are definitely there.
It's a list
But
of
here's the thing.
WrestleMania, at
But
least.
here's the thing.
Something.
But here's the thing. Damn near all them dudes is whack as fuck.
Ryback
Theory.
had a moment, okay? He
A
had
brief-
a
One
solid,
moment-
like 6
One
months.
moment don't redeem you from being whack as fuck.
Especially for Ryback. Let's be real.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's be real.
I
Yes.
mean, cry back.
Especially for Ryback. Stop it. Stop it.
They did all right booking him, until Hell in a Cell happened.
They
Oh,
tried
God.
with him, and he didn't make it work. He was
And then
injured.
everything after that happened. And
Ugh.
then him and CM Punk happened, and Punk is probably still feeling that ass whooping to this day.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the Elimination Chamber, like the show reminded me of how much I don't like watching a lot of these PLEs now, because like you got 4 matches on a 4-hour show. The entrances for the men's chamber match was probably almost as
17 minutes it took for the entrances. 17 minutes.
The match was 25 minutes. That's crazy.
They let Randy Song play for a good 4 or 5 of those minutes. I was like, why is this song so
Think
long?
about this.
We
Think
know
about
the
this.
words.
How much longer was those entrances going to be had Jey Uso been yeeting and running it back?
Oh,
Oh,
God.
God.
Extra 5
Yeah.
minutes.
You are so right. You are
That-
so right, because he'd
like,
got up
Like,
at the top of
when
he'd
look, I
got up
know
at
it
the
sounds
top of one of
fucked up,
those
but when,
pods and said run it back, and we'd have been done
I know it
5
sounds
minutes.
fucked up, but when I saw him in that ambulance on Friday, I was like, "Thank you, Lord."
you are not the only one, bro. Low key.
I
You are
was
not.
more confounded than I was worried. I'll say that. I was more confounded than what, like, what are we doing?
I
And
was
then
like,
they announced the match. I'm like, okay.
"Like,
All
thank
right.
you, Lord." You did what you had to do,
Look,
and
Because
I,
I
the
and
didn't
fact
I,
understand.
that
Because, like,
the
when I
fact they
heard
rolled
that,
him out, WWE's probably thinking the same thing we are, low key. Like, the fans gonna be pissed if we leave this guy in there.
the plan was for Bronson Reed, so they needed first of all they needed another heel in there because up until that point, Trick Williams was the only one.
Yeah, but
right.
Logan Paul though.
They
Come
they
on, man.
felt they didn't have much of a choice. The
They
spot was
needed
originally going to be
they
Bron
needed
Breakker,
a
and then it was
vision
Bronson
member.
Reed,
They
and Logan
needed a
Paul was
vision member in there, and
he's the
Theory
third
wasn't
string
it.
quarterback.
That's what it is. They needed a vision member in there because that was the original plan for a vision
Yeah,
member to get screwed over.
After what
yeah.
I
happened, I
get
would prefer they didn't
I
do that.
I get why they put Paul in there, but they did not have to complete the plan with having him eliminate those
Having
dudes.
him kill I would have had Seth stomp out Logan Paul earlier and have LA Knight pin him.
After
Yes.
the first elimination, I would have did that.
And then have LA, then like the way Cody was looking at Seth Rollins, I would have had LA Knight look at Rollins while he was pinning Logan Paul and
And
be like,
I would have had Trick or Javon eliminate one another. You see what I'm saying?
yeah. Trick Williams eliminating Javon
Yeah.
Evans would have made perfect sense, especially
Yes.
after the way Javon popped him in the back of the head when he popped him on Smack.
Yeah.
Right.
I was like, hey,
Yeah, there's some
bro,
history there. Yeah, I would have liked that.
he hit him with that press button, bro.
Right. Like, cause they got a few. They mentioned that during their little scrap.
Javon Evans
They
is so
got
interesting.
history.
It's
Like,
refreshing to see a YN on television like that.
It is.
He's just
Hell
being
yeah.
himself, man. I love it.
Just being himself, bro.
yeah, just like, what's up, homie? Smack.
I'm over here. It's like watching my brother and his friends because they the same age. I'm like, you know what?
Yeah, man.
I can get with that. So
See, I would have appreciated that. Them having Logan Paul do it.
I got a question for you guys. I got a question. So people have been discussing, has the Elimination Chamber concept gotten stale? Like, what do you think about that?
no, you know what I would like to see them do? Have a champion defend his belt in the chamber.
Yes,
Yes.
I get that.
Dude, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Yes,
don't
I
mind its
agree.
current state being okay, you didn't win the Royal Rumble. Well, here's your second chance because
And
It's
don't
become-
put
It's
and
become
don't
like
put
a Royal
it
Rumble,
makes
more or
sense to
less.
me that they're doing it now.
and don't
But-
put 5 dudes in there against the champion who don't belong against the champion.
Get the
'Cause
big
it's
names in
surely
there.
fi-
Yeah.
like if it was Drew in there, most of them dudes should have been in there with Drew that he pissed off.
So
And yeah, stick Javon in there.
they
Stick
could have put
Trick
Drew in there instead of Logan Paul and had them defend the title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They could have
Yeah.
did that. Fun fact: I was at the first Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. You know, the one where Undertaker got set on fire. I was in the crowd that night.
Ooh.
Oh wow.
So,
The violence
like
back then.
they could have had Drew in there, and Drew could have won off some absolute nonsense, and then they could have did a triple threat with like Cody. They could have had like a battle royale or some sort of little. They got 7 weeks until WrestleMania. You still got 2 months. You still got time to set up another challenger after that. That would have been refreshing.
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree.
But WWE don't want to do nothing like
No,
that.
They don't want to do many things right now, unfortunately.
It's so safe and sanitized, and you got pay-per-views that be 4 hours, have 5 matches, and like 2/3 of the show is dedicated to entrances and promo, not even backstage interviews, video packages, commercials. When the fuck do we start getting commercials on
This
pay-per-view?
has been a problem for a year now. Like, it's not just
It's so exhausting. Like when Triple H did 5 match shows on the takeovers, they didn't feel as bad because the matches would A, have good story building it coming in, B, they'd be really fucking good, C, they would get like 15 to 25 minutes per match until the Johnny Gargano
pacing was
Cole
great.
and takeover main events started being like half hours plus all the time. Not that I mind. But and
WWE
the
is
show,
boring now. That's really what it is. They're
like 2
boring.
hours. So
Yeah,
it'd
very
be
boring. I
dedicated to-
agree, bro.
it'd be dedicated to wrestling. Now it's just like, bro, y'all just feed us so much product placement and commercials. Like I get it, I'm a consumer, but stop treating me like a customer every 5 seconds. I already bought your shit.
Well, and I think that's TKO's factor, and
It's
I
gotta
feel
be.
like ever since
Yeah.
they took over, you can tell the product placement, how they're
difference.
doing creative. Like I said it a lot in the
We
chat
got
last
Slim,
night.
we
Like
got
you
Slim
can
Jim logos on tables. We got Fireball logos
exactly.
on ladders.
There's a dude in a Dude Wipes costume last night too,
we
running
got
around.
Exactly.
dude. Dominic
Yeah.
Mysterio's wearing Dude Wipes merch. What are we doing?
Yep.
And don't
Right.
get me wrong, I actually use Dude Wipes. They're very fucking good. But like,
They are.
Nice
Facts.
plug.
you don't need to feed me all these ads and bullshit, okay? Like motherfuckers do not be paying all these extra versions for ad-free versions of these apps that we use to watch this stuff just to deal with more ads during the show anyway.
Like,
Yep.
their
Exactly.
finances are through the roof, the highest it's ever been by far, but it's coming at a cost, quality wise.
They're making money hand over fist. Front row seats are like 25, 30,000. It's like
VIP
400 of
fund
those sitting in
70,000.
nosebleeds.
And that's not even at WrestleMania.
They're
That's just in
trying to
PLE.
block out access to WrestleMania in Vegas. Like that's going to make people be like, "Oh, I can't watch it at a bar. Let me go ahead and pay this $400 ticket to go sit so far up I can't see nobody."
Yo, blackout restrictions in sports in general need to go. I hate them.
Like
I
it's
can't stand it.
it's corporate greed and it's absolutely nauseating. So like.
And it's translating over to the product, and it fucking sucks.
And then on top of
Yes.
that, I don't know if anybody noticed this, but it's 2026, bro. We just had John Cena and Randy Orton win back-to-back Elimination Chambers. Is it 2011 again?
Man.
Apparently,
And that's been my biggest complaint. It feels like everything is the same for the past like 20 years at this point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like people want
That's been
something
my
fresh. They
biggest
want
complaint
something new.
going into WrestleMania.
like guys
Like-
like Trick give me hope, but Trick alone is not enough. Like,
I
Yeah.
will say this: in the women's division, at least they have 2 first-time champions going into Mania. That being Jade and Stephanie.
it's a start.
Yeah.
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 So
It starts at
But
the
they-
top though, at the end of the day.
you can't win them all, but at least we've got that. Roman and Punk it's a big marquee match, which obviously they need for WrestleMania. Like I feel like you should have your big cinematic marquee match for one title, and then have something fresh, and try to have your actual great match with like the other title.
We have nothing but longtime veterans in the main event for Mania right now for both matches.
Bro, nobody born after 1987 has ever been WWE champion.
Yeah.
Bray Wyatt was a month away from turning 30 when he won the title. No one younger than him has ever won the belt.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's insane.
Braun Breaker or Obafemi, somebody born after 1990 needs to fix that this year.
Vince
agree.
was not afraid to crown younger champions. He was not afraid to do that.
He
Right.
took
Sometimes
he took
it
his
came at a
chances
cost.
from every now and again, and like the
And it-
business runs off of youth. You got to make some
Yeah.
new stars. Vince knew that he wasn't going to have Austin and Rock and all them forever in the 2000s. What the hell did he do? He made new stars. He had Cena. He had Orton. He had Batista. He pumped Edge up. He pumped Edge and Benoit and Guerrero up to the main event. He started using Jericho more often. And of course, he mixed all that in with Triple H and Undertaker, who were probably the 2 main Attitude Era mainstays.
And let's not forget the Miz.
Fuck the Miz.
2-time Grand Slam champion Miz.
To be fair, I agree with that last sentiment. Fuck the Miz. I never liked him. I've never liked the Miz. All the 20+ years he's been there.
He's grown on me.
I-
That's just hating for the love of the game. It's like Chris Brown.
Oh, that's what I do. I hate for the love of the game. Don't
What big
disrespect me.
stars is
I mean,
Triple H
Chris
actually?
thank you.
I hate you just
I
because.
applaud you for your recognition of my haterade. Of my haterade. Thank you. We
No
sell it by the cup. $2 a cup. I sell the haterade. Ask Bryce. That's why he hate Kiana James.
Hey, bro.
Yeah,
I helped
that's,
sell.
that's
You
true.
go ahead.
He was a long time customer.
Let me get a couple cups of this.
Yeah.
I'll cash up you the money.
Man.
What big stars has Triple H made?
None. We had Cena and we had AJ Styles retire, and we don't really have anybody that's.
He's
set
trying to.
at the
Okay, he's
moment
working on
to
Gunther.
fill those shoes.
I mean, yeah,
He's working on
outside
Gunther,
of that,
but Gunther,
Vince was already
but
making
Gunther's
star
taking
out
a
of
different
Gunther when
path.
Hunter had-
So
yeah, like who has Triple H built ground up as a star so far?
on the main roster. That's a good question. I got to think about this. So we talking about
Oba is
I had to think
Oba is
about that.
HBK's work so far,
it has
so
to
you
be
can't
somebody
say
that
Oba.
Vince already wasn't on the main roster when he took over.
Maybe Vicaire. Maybe.
I want to say.
no,
I
no,
want to say.
because
I want to say.
Vicaire
Brock
wasn't
Breaker.
on NXT that long. Vicaire came in and stayed there about 6 months.
Yeah, they pushed her onto the main roster right away. Like
They
Her
put
and
her on the main
Julia-
roster almost
Her and
immediately.
Julia were there 6-7 months tops, and then they were gone.
True.
Hardcore got
never
3 belts in her first year.
And we never got a proper run back for them.
Which is a shame because their roadblock match last year was great.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
fire.
We'll come back to that. I think Braun Breaker's probably the only one I can think of.
Yeah, because he was
Eventually,
in NXT a long time. Yeah. Him
Braun
and
Breaker,
Mello.
Braun
Him
Breaker,
and
I think got
Mello were
called up
part of the
late.
same class.
He should have
And
been.
technically,
He got called
Trick
up
was-
way later than he should have been.
Because until
Yeah.
Breaker gets to that point, I can't say Triple H has made his start ground up yet.
You know what? Okay, at least not in the men's division.
Yeah, in the men's
Yeah,
division, that's what I'm
okay,
saying.
if we
I
count,
will say this though. There's some people that he has booked a lot better than Vince has. One example is Rhea Ripley.
No, I agree with that.
yeah,
There's no question.
yeah,
Yeah,
Under
Yeah.
under Hunter's booking, Rhea Ripley has become an undeniable star. Under Vince's
Yes.
booking, Vince's last WrestleMania under the headset had Rhea Ripley in a 4-way tag match for the tag titles. And the girls that won it left the company 2 months later. Vince wasn't doing shit with that girl until
because he wanted to do what
he
he does with what they still do with every women's tag team that win the belts. He broke them up, or he wanted
there's
to.
there's no women's tag division. There ain't never been a women's tag
There
division.
isn't.
Those
They
belts
just
were a
put people
mistake.
together.
As far as I'm
They
concerned.
just put
We're
teams
two
together.
singles wrestlers, and we don't have a championship to chase right now. And since that's the only
Right.
thing we live for, let's go
Right.
get those tag titles.
Right.
Get rid of those.
You're right. You are correct.
So,
But if we're counting Braun Breaker in that class, we should count Trick because they were in the same class coming.
But that's more
into
that's
I wouldn't
HBK's
count
work,
Trick Williams
though.
yet, just because Trick Williams is too early to tell. Trick Williams is off to a great start. He has star energy, but what has he accomplished in that 2 months?
Right.
I mean,
That's-
they really.
That's Shawn Michaels' project anyway.
Shawn Michaels, you can say Shawn Michaels made him a star at NXT, and he absolutely
Right.
did.
He's been
The
killing
TNA run, was especially crucial for him stepping up his game. But
Yeah. Okay, fair.
I would like to see HBK in the main roster creative, honestly.
yeah, so back to where we were, regarding Trick Williams, he was more of a project for Shawn Michaels because let's be honest, before
Yeah, you're right. Because before
Yeah.
he couldn't even string a whole sentence together, and
he
we couldn't understand
Trick
what he was
rough
saying.
those first
To
couple
be fa-
years. I think what changed Trick Williams was working with Carmelo Hayes and Ilya Dragunov.
Yeah, I agree.
That made him,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah,
then
'cause
working
they-
with the
Yeah.
guys in TNA helped
Once
him
they
step
let
his game
him-
up to a whole new level.
Once they let him start saying whole sentences and not talking like he couldn't talk, that is when it started, and I appreciate that because before that, I'm like, bruh, I'm not taking you seriously when you ain't speaking.
Yeah, man, I agree.
I'm
Right.
like, I'm sorry, I'm not finna take you seriously when you up here literally sounding like Pootie Tang. For no reason other than you are Mellow sidekick, and you
look at him now.
You don't need that. Look at him now. Yes, he has
He's
come a
killing it,
long
man.
way.
With his
He has
women,
come a long way.
steppers.
We are Team Trick up in this bitch, like all day.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Absolutely.
And,
Oh yeah, man.
And when
Absolutely.
he came to the main roster, he lost no shine.
If they change,
None.
if they def rebel his theme music, bro, we gonna have a problem.
Man,
Oh,
look,
I'm
big
a
time.
boycott the
Man,
damn show.
man, look.
Swear to God.
Yeah.
Cause think about it. The last 5 or 7 people they've pulled up, they haven't done anything to change their anything.
They haven't
They didn't
improved their
change that.
presentation like Def. I mean, Def Rebel got to go because I get tired of every time somebody comes up to the main roster and after a couple weeks or months or whatever, they change their theme music into some generic ass bullshit. I'm sitting here like,
Well, Trick's theme is a Def Rebel theme. It's one of their rare good ones.
Look, when you do something enough times, you're bound to get something
I mean,
right.
for every Trick Williams, there's like three Stephanie Vaqueras and Jordan Graces.
More like
Oh,
10 of them.
absolutely.
Yes.
I say it all the time. For every one good banger, there's 8, 9 ass themes from Def Rebel.
Yes.
Like that
Yes.
again, the Women's Royal Rumble. I couldn't if they didn't have that woman, the girl's name on the screen. I couldn't tell you who the hell it was.
Yo, Jordan
Yeah.
Grace is a victim of this too, man. I feel
Oh,
so bad
God.
for her.
I'm hoping they do something with like when it comes to U.S. title. Let's do a multi-man. If you're gonna get the title on the show, a singles match ain't gonna cut it. Give it a multi-man. Put in Jordan, Julia, Io Sky, maybe Michin, Charlotte, Alexa.
It's not creative, but it's better than nothing. I mean,
It's better than nothing, bro. Throw
ladder
Yeah.
match, right?
throw
Give them a
6
ladder
girls
match or
in there
something.
and make it a ladder match. Fuck it.
Yeah, make it a ladder match. I'm cool with that. Like, it gives them something to do.
Yeah.
Like, cause here's the thing, B-Fab and Michin chasing after Jade. No,
It's not gonna end well. It was never gonna.
it didn't end well
No.
the first time they came at her.
Bro, those two remind me of Pinky and the Brain plotting to take over the world. Like every time I see them together, like
Oh,
shit is
no.
ridiculous.
Lord.
Wow.
And the
Oh,
thing,
my God.
and the thing is, I can't unsee it now because they got a point.
Oh,
Whenever they
God.
run up, because I know, look at them next time they run up on Jade. They stay running up on her. I'm like, what are y'all finna do?
No,
You got a
Wile E.
kendo stick.
Coyote
One
trying
of
to kiss
y'all.
the rope on her
is every time
episode.
they pull up on Jackie, she'll say something to him, and I'm like, so y'all gonna Michin, it's 2 of y'all, and you got a kendo stick. Y'all gonna swing on the bitch or not?
Right.
Right.
Right. Like, do something instead of just talking smack. Jump her already.
We've been doing this.
Even though
even
though she handled y'all 1v1, clearly y'all need to jump her to handle her. So do something about it or be quiet.
I guess that's not babyface behavior. Honestly,
What's the payoff?
That's why I
Right.
that's why I ain't been that's why I don't agree that baby faces don't need to jump somebody every now and again.
Like,
I'm
what is
sorry.
the
I
payoff
need
to
y'all
this?
do that.
Where is this
I mean,
headed?
they had it right on the AEW the other night when MJF was trying to run from Hangman, and then you had Jet Speed and Brody King be like, nah, bro, go ahead and show him that coin. Quit that bullshit.
I got some thoughts on that. By the
Okay,
way,
so
MJF
we
thing
talk
with
about Elimination Chamber. We can ignore Raw and SmackDown. It really ain't nothing else going on. But
Right.
did you guys
Yeah.
move on to AEW?
Sure.
Yeah, let's get
Yeah, sure.
Okay, all right. Hang on, let me go ahead and give me them Dynamite results.
That stipulation's stupid as hell. By the way, I hate that.
They kicked off the show with John Moxley against El Clone?
The El Clone something. Yeah, whatever the fuck is.
All right.
His name is El Clone.
Yeah, El Clone. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
El Clone, yeah.
Okay.
don't ask.
So you know what? I'm gonna listen to you like I should have about that box, and I'm gonna be quiet.
Fuck that damn box.
So
Oh, my God.
You
Yeah.
spoke it into existence. Don't get mad at us. You
So-
put that in the ether.
Look,
No one
the
else.
fact that I predicted it, that's scary because I expected it.
That is.
Joe Stradamus.
Like,
Yeah.
for real. The fact I expect that.
Joe
speaks
Stradamus strikes again.
Bro, you need to be rich. Go
So,
play the lotto tomorrow.
Dynamite kicked off with John Moxley against El Clone and another one of those Continental title eliminator matches. It's another great match, but first of all, we already know Mox is defending the title against Takeshita, so he's not losing to anybody up until then. I don't know why they keep having Mox do these matches. I hate the eliminator concept in general, just because it's like you're having a non-title match and just having the champion run through these motherfuckers. And then when has somebody ever won an eliminator match and then actually won the championship?
Never.
It's Battle of the Belt on Dynamite. Stop that nonsense.
Agreed.
So next up you had Swerve explain why he beat the fuck out of Kenny Omega the way he did, which all right, I'm cool with that.
Like,
that makes sense.
I like the turn itself, but the motivation for it, I'm not feeling it. like someone's telling you you're not the most dangerous person in the world anymore. That's your reasoning for turning heel?
Hey, look, bro. You know, people talking a little bit of shit can motivate somebody to change. I mean, why do you think Tommaso Ciampa went to AEW? How many motherfuckers told him, "Man, you were really good in black and gold. Now you're just..." And Ciampa's like, "Bro, I can do better than that, dude.
Well, that's
Dude
working
took
out
an
with Ciampa.
entire new job to prove a
That-
point."
That's true.
So Swerve going to go fuck up Kenny Omega because some whispers gotten in his ear and started messing with him. I can buy something like that.
I wasn't really feeling it, man. Like just the motive, I wasn't feeling. Like the turn was
Okay.
like he brutalized Kenny.
They do need some other heels at the top of the card, not just MJF.
So,
Yeah.
So I could get with that. I could get behind that. Next up we got Gabe Kidd and Orange Cassidy. I like Orange Cassidy, but this never-ending shit with Gabe Kidd and Darby Allin has, to say that it jumped the shark, I don't know when, but it had to be months ago.
fucking Cassie jumped the shark as soon as he became a wrestler, man.
Oh, here we go.
Right, here we go.
Oh
Fuck this
God.
motherfucker,
We'll
man.
sit there and hate on
Ricky,
Cassidy,
did you sell
who
him
has
that
held
hayride, bro?
who has
The
held
sight of
multiple
him makes me sick. Like
singles
I
titles.
put my hands in my pockets. I'm a
But
badass.
we'll sit there and put his faith
Hey, bro. So
behind
fucking
Theory.
fun fact. All right, so
God.
I'm gonna spare you the situation, but I ended up encountering a police officer last week, and I was wearing my Orange Cassidy t-shirt. Dude looks at me, looks at my shirt. He's like, "Oh, so you a fan of pockets, aren't you?" I'm like, "Oh shit."
No wonder the police force is shit now, man.
He's a
That
Jim
explains
Cornette listener.
That explains
Oh, man.
everything.
Wow.
That's
like,
crazy.
God damn, dog.
That's who's protecting our cities. We're screwed, man.
Oh my God. Oh,
Jesus
here we
Christ. What the
go.
geeks as officers, man. I can't.
All right, so they announced Thunder Rosa against Tekla for the world title next week. I mean,
That's
I'm
Bill.
glad Thunder Rosa's back, but she won like one fucking match, and she's getting a world championship match. Like,
Yeah, that is crazy. Yeah,
Modern
I haven't
wrestling,
been
man.
watching lately, but I know she's been back, and I'm to hear that, and I'm like, wait, huh? Like, okay.
She's just
okay.
being fed to Tekla, man. That's all it is.
I mean, Tekla's gonna run through her, and they're gonna set up the rematch with Statlander. So, all right, cool. Kevin Knight beat Mansoor. When was the last time you saw? Have you ever seen MXM Collection on Dynamite? Because I haven't.
no, it's been a Collision exclusively.
I forgot about them.
But I do like that Kevin Knight is getting these singles wins, because it's clear as day that the company is pretty high on him right now, even though, every week they continue to forget about the Trios Championships.
I heard that Kevin Knight getting a title shot against MJF. That's what I heard yesterday.
Kevin getting the he did step up to MJF on Collision last night, which shocked me because Collision started with a promo.
So you beat Mansoor and get a title shot? Like, that's where we're at?
Any AEW show starting off with a promo as a surprise, but for it to happen on Collision is crazy.
Like, no 15-minute bangers for the show.
So Kevin Knight's been building up a winning streak, and then he's like, hey Hangman, whenever you win that title, let me be the first guy to take a shot at you. I'm like, kind of weird to say to your team, your tag team partner, but I digress. Yeah. So speaking of Hangman, MJF and Hangman decide to, their stipulation for their match at Revolution. They talk all they shit or speechifying, as a shout out to do all that speechifying, and MJF is like, if I flip the coin and I win, it's a one-way no DQ match, basically that Carlito and Triple H Unforgiven 2017. So I can fuck you up, but you better not do shit to me. And Hangman's already like, hey, look, bro, we doing Texas Death, you getting fucked up. So then, they flip the coin. MJF wins the coin toss, and Hangman ain't stupid. Well, not that stupid. I mean, you got to be pretty dumb to be posing anywhere publicly with Marty Scurll in 2026.
Yeah, the whole topic for another day, but
yeah, for real.
Point it being, he ain't that stupid, and he called bullshit on MJF's coin. MJF's like, I ain't giving you shit, and MJF tries to bail out, and Hangman just wants to see the coin. So, here comes Jet Speed and Brody King, and they like, hey, bro, let me see that coin. And then the coin turns out to be a double-sided coin. What a surprise.
How is that
And
even
so
legal? How did they not do the coin flip over when he clearly cheated?
why does MJF have the coin? Why didn't the referee have the coin?
Why does MJF have
Right.
he had that stupid ring for God knows how long? So
He's gonna have it forever. I don't even know why they bother with it with the fucking ring. But yeah, so fucking Hangman and Tony Khan makes a judgment call and is like, well, since MJF rigged, the coin toss, he's disqualified and Hangman wins. So it's going to be Texas Death at Revolution. I mean, cool. I mean, I don't think Hangman is winning, and him announcing that he's never going to challenge for the world title again,
which makes the whole situation pointless.
It does add a little bit of unpredictability, but then again, it's way too early for MJF to lose his title. So
right, if Hangman wins,
Yeah.
MJF's title reign's a joke. If MJF wins, Hangman's a mid Carter. Nobody benefits here.
Yeah, it just ain't something. Some stuff with the Brawling Birds, more proof that they are wasting Jamie Hayter.
I miss Jamie Hayter, man. I miss
her. Hayter hits hard, and yet she's out here getting pints and beating up jobbers with Will Ospreay's girlfriend.
Yeah, it's I the name alone told me all I needed to know. I was like, oh, okay, great.
Speaking of the women's tag division, they had the title match, the rematch from Grand Slam. The Babes of Wrath defending the belts against Mega Bad, and this time Mega Bad had Lena Cross in their corner.
This got ugly.
This went horribly awry, and honestly, I blame Harley Cameron. So
I blame her and Megan Babe.
So check it out. But the match ended. The match went sideways when Penelope Ford went for a moonsault to the floor, and she landed badly. I guess she messed up her ankle or her knee or something or whatever. It sucks because that girl hadn't been back for like 4 months, not even 3 months after her last injury. Seems like she's always injured. And I watched the clip back, and Willow is clearly trying to catch that woman. Harley Cameron got clean the fuck out the way. And obviously both of them were she's supposed to land on both of them for the fucking moonsault. And Harley just got clean the hell up out of the way. Like, girl, if you're not going to catch your opponent, then don't agree to do the fucking spot. Because I know y'all had a conversation about that shit.
You shouldn't be out there if you can't protect your coworker. Like, this is some risky shit they're doing.
That's fundamentals right there.
I've been on Harley Cameron ass when it comes to criticism, and y'all, this was the freshest ankle I've had in some time.
I can't defend that. Like, if you're not gonna protect the people you work with out there, don't go out there.
That could have went way worse.
I can't disagree. That looked bad.
Like, Willow
very
tried,
bad.
but like the way they were positioned, she was clearly going to land on both of y'all. So why the fuck did Harley move out the way? She would have landed on both of y'all. Both of y'all would have caught her, and everybody would have been fine.
Willow stood no chance at that point. She stood no chance to catch her on her own.
Willow had no time to react to that. So,
they need to have a serious discussion.
If y'all didn't do the spot, y'all could have had. It would have been equally stupid, but at least Penelope would have been safe. Y'all could have threw Megan and Lena over there in that too, and just had her land on all of y'all.
Yeah,
but
fucking Megan Bain got out the way too.
Yeah, like Megan Bain doing it made sense, but like Harley, she's clearly supposed to land on both of y'all. And I get, okay, we're trying to avoid a moonsault because technically that's my opponent. Why would I let somebody dive on me when I'm looking at their ass coming? But like,
Willow could have pulled her in. And then they could have all took the hit, but it was left by herself.
So I'm convinced, had it not been for that, Mega Bad was going to win the tag titles. So that sucks. I mean, at this point, just you got at least now Megan has Lena Cross. I mean, she's new or whatever, but get them damn tag titles off of Babes of Wrath because Willow's the TBS champion, and that belt has taken a back seat since she's been the champion because of the tag titles.
Yep.
And B, I don't like Harley with a belt.
She's still too green, and this is a perfect example of it.
Green is green. Proof. She and shout out to Unc again. Like, bro, they will let you get away with anything if you're a mediocre white woman with blonde hair.
She's only had 100 career matches to date. That's it.
And she's wrestling on national television. Women who've been doing this shit for far longer and far better than she has.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, she's got to get more reps in. That's really the simple thing. She's got to get more reps
Ford
in, so stuff
trusted
like that
her
doesn't
to
happen.
catch her. And she trusted her to catch her. What do? You move out of the way like a coward. Like you can't.
I will say this: I did not like us criticizing her is one thing, but I did not like the bullying that Harley had to put up with.
Agreed.
To the
That's what
point
I
where
was gonna
it
say
forced her to
next.
delete her Twitter. Like criticizing her is one thing, but like some of the vile shit people were saying about her.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I'm critical of Harley. I don't like Harley the wrestler. You know,
There's a
the
line
girl,
nobody should cross though.
the
and
woman
people
playing the
fuck up.
Harley Cameron character ain't done shit to me. I may not be a fan of her wrestling ability, but as a person, like, bro, it ain't that serious. You ain't gotta threaten her. Just tell her,
Exactly.
you know, you fucked up, that sucked, and move on about your day.
And I'm sure she knows she fucked
Right.
up. You know,
And
that's
I'm
the
pretty sure she know. Yeah, you know that she knows that
Yeah.
she made a mistake. You live and you learn. But like some of the vile shit, it makes me mad because
Right.
I don't go on Twitter very often, but every time I do, I'm on for a few moments for less than wholesome reasons, but also to watch what dumpster fire wrestling Twitter has turned into.
it got ugly that day, bro. They
Yeah.
lit up some awful.
Very, very, very reprehensible. Like,
It's a
a lot
damn
of people
shame.
need to touch some grass.
For real.
So, next up, you had Brody King against Mark Davis. I like how Mark Davis is getting TV time. He don't win nothing, but I'm always down for a good hoss fight.
Yeah, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
So
No bread, no water, just meat.
yeah, Brody won the match, and then interestingly enough, he calls out Swerve for a match at Revolution.
Yeah, that came out of nowhere.
I do like that Brody is in that upper echelon mix. You know, it can't just all be main eventers, but you know, some guys who are, you know, in the undercard looking to break out to that next level, and Brody is clearly trying to. He's fighting an uphill battle, not being, you know, 195 pounds in AEW, but
Right.
As a fan of Brody King, I have one concern right now. I'm afraid he's gonna just be known as nothing but the fuck ice guy, which that's not fair because he's more than that.
He's much more than that.
And that's
I
what I'm
agree
saying.
with that.
And I think this might derail him. And plus, with the new owners coming in, they're Republican, man. They're not gonna want these fuck ice chants on TV. They might take Cody's ass off of TV because of that.
I don't think it was ever that serious. They don't really give a fuck what happens on a wrestling show.
I'm just saying, man. You'll be surprised. With new ownership, you don't know.
It's a possibility.
And that would sadden me. It really would.
Fair enough. So Bandito also said he wants a fight at Revolution, and out pops Andrade. I don't know what the fuck they're going to be fighting for, but you know,
it should be entertaining.
Some good graps like that.
Yeah,
not every single match needs a story. You know, it should be entertaining.
Sure. Yeah, everything don't need a deep story. That one can be some fun little lucha fan service. I can get with something.
Exactly.
Like you know, Kyle Fletcher. You know, he's calling his belt Pinky now, the same way Ciampa was calling his Sylvie. So Okada's talking about they want to team up on Collision. I'm like, all right, cool. So then you got the main event, Mile High Madness, or, you know, Anarchy in the Arena from Wish. You got Jungle Jack Perry, the Young Bucks, and Desmond Xavier and Zachary Wentz of the Rascals against the Demand and FTR. This was like I said, it's Anarchy in the Arena from Wish. It was fun. You know, I think my favorite part about it was when Myron Reed dove into the ring and hit the cutter on I can't remember which one of the Gates of Agony dudes it was, but it was cool.
I mean, it was traditional AEW plunder, pretty much.
You've seen this match 1,000 times, so you know it ends with Jack Perry hit Ricochet with a Canadian Destroyer. The Bucks gave it the BTE trigger, and then they launched Perry into a flying knee on Ricochet, and Jack Perry pinned Ricochet. So I don't know why they continue this stuff with Jack Perry and Ricochet. Like, that belt is already pointless, and Ricochet's been beating with Jack Perry for like 2 or 3 months now. Can we do something different?
If Ricochet was taken off of TV right now, I would not complain.
You're on your own with that one. I like the guy, but
he does nothing for him. And Jack Perry too, for the matter. He could.
Lord!
Can we do something different?
When has Jack Perry been liked? What was last time Jack Perry was liked in general?
Relevant? Probably when CM Punk choked his ass out.
For like a month, that was just the mask on and everything. The scapegoat.
I mean,
that was
he wrote that shit. Was so
don't remind
embarrassing.
me.
They sent his ass to New Japan.
I remember that.
If I was Tony Khan, I'd have fired Jack Perry that day. I'm like, you just cost me my biggest star in my company, and he's gonna run right back to the motherfuckers that are constantly talking shit about me. Nah, you got it.
Jack Perry said he took 9 months of my career away. I'm like, bro, you were getting paid leave for 9 months. What the fuck?
Exactly.
Right.
Like, shut
Quit
up.
your bitching.
He was still wrestling in Japan. What did he lose? Like,
Yeah.
Quit your bitching. So
Right.
on the Collision, MJF, he started off the show and he's like, nah, we ain't having this Texas death match, bro. We ain't doing this shit. So, Kevin Knight pops out. He's talking big to MJF, and he challenges him for a shot for the title. MJF surprisingly accepts. He's like, I'm gonna make an example out of you, boy. I mean, obviously he didn't say boy, but
like, I hate how you could politely ask for a title shot these days and get it. Like, why don't we ask for one?
It's funny. MJF been ducking Swerve, ducking Omega, ducking Hangman, ducking Brody King.
Right.
Well, Kevin Knight pops up in his face and he's like, all right, bro,
I'll take him.
I can beat
That's
you.
a lot about Kevin Knight, doesn't
Which,
it?
in its way, makes sense from a heel perspective, because like those are all 3 of them are world champions in Hangman, Omega, and Swerve's case, and Brody King is he a big mean looking motherfucker, so I wouldn't want to pick a fight with them. But this little ass Kevin Knight fella who just be flying around places. Oh, I can whip your little ass.
That little fella.
So, all right, cool.
He just little bro Kevin Knight. That's crazy.
Death Valley versus Don Callis family. No, I got nothing for it.
Skip.
Tommaso Ciampa versus Jay Lethal. That was first of all, Jay Lethal has gray hair now.
Is he still the home attendant for the old wrestlers? Jay Lethal, is he still doing that?
I don't know. He had why do they call them the Swirl?
Like, bro has been stuck with people his whole career. Like, it's crazy.
Y'all act like y'all ain't never seen an interracial tag team before. Like,
Right.
APA and the Dudley Boys. Thank you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's all Jay Lethal's been known for. The home attendant for the old wrestlers.
I hate Jay Lethal's AEW run because he's a guy who could have done so much more. He put Ring of Honor on his back in the mid 2010s after he left TNA, which I thought was a very risky preposition, but he probably realized in TNA, given the landscape, I'm X Division champion six times. This is about the best I can do here.
I am not interested in Lethal in 2026. Like,
and since he's come to AEW, it's just been ugh. The match was good, but again, you don't really give a fuck about what's going on.
No.
Inspiration promo.
Right.
All right, cool. They gave Clark Connors a vignette. And it had him like beating up dudes at a bar. And he's talking about how I know how to fight dirty because I do it for a living. And the only thing that I found weird about that is I don't like how promotions, like, I like the idea of vignettes, but use them for characters you're introducing. Not guys who've already had like 5 or 6 matches on TV already.
Yeah, that's backwards. I've never understood that.
Yeah.
WWE is really bad at that too. They do it too. It blows
Like,
my mind how
I can understand when they're coming back, but
after a long time out, yeah.
Dude just had a match with Darby Allin and Orange Cassidy like last week. What the fuck?
Yeah.
We know who he is. I mean, people who watch the show know who he is. All 200,000 of us. Brawling Birds beat Gypsy Mac and Tyra Rusamy. Who
the fuck is that?
Jobbers. Okay. All right, cool.
Who?
Their finisher is a heart attack, and they call it 2 birds, 1 stone.
Oh my
Jesus
God.
Christ, that is that is awful, man.
That's terrible. Oh God.
That is so
Get my girl Jamie Hayter out of this bullshit.
Jesus Christ, what are we doing here, man?
Oh no.
She is not the queen of the owns anymore, man.
They couldn't have came up with
No,
nothing
she's
else.
far from it.
They couldn't have came up with nothing else.
Oh,
Nothing.
you
That's
you
so
think that's
bad.
some nonsense? Check this out. So next week on Collision, we're gonna have another 4-way tag team match for $200,000.
Oh, more money
They're
matches.
still
Let's
doing
go.
those?
We
Let's
got the
go.
Swerve, Private Party, the Outrunners, and
Oh, man.
Mexico and Roosh all
Oh,
fighting
baby.
for $200,000.
Oh Lord.
They make
Because
some
clearly
money, man.
Tony Khan don't pay these motherfuckers enough.
Right.
Clearly
Apparently not.
No All-Star match next week. Remember those?
Oh God.
Wow.
Those All-Star matches was like every goddamn week.
Twice a week with the same
All-star
lady.
matches, open challenges, eliminate. Like, bro, you can tell he be going through these phases. Like, I'm
Bro, they-
Yeah.
waiting to bring back, when he was doing them casino gauntlets every month.
Oh, God.
Jesus, yeah.
I'm like, bro, bring back the casino battle royal. It's been some years since we had one of those.
Restore the feeling, man.
Lord.
Restore
Bro,
the feeling.
I love the feeling. I miss Will Ospreay, bro.
What has happened to the sport we love, man?
I miss Ospreay, bro. We need bro back in the game.
Bro.
So next up, they got Kyle Fletcher and Okada against Top Flight. Remember
Gee,
when
I
we thought
wonder who won this
Top Flight
one.
would be something?
This is probably a barn burner. I'm sure.
It was a good match, but again, like most good matches, you don't give a shit. So
Right.
after the match, Jet Speed come out and everything because Kyle Fletcher and Okada were like, "Well, we're going to be the best tag team. We're the best champion tag team, and can't nobody stop us because Fletcher's TNT champion, Okada's international champion." Jet Speed comes out and is like, "Hey, bro, we can we can take y'all on. We'll even put up the trios titles. Find a partner and we'll beat you guys." I did find it funny how Kevin Knight ended the promo with Jet Set Rodeo on top, bitch. And I'm like, okay, they're really pushing Kevin Knight. He just got multiple segments on Collision.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
between Top Flight and
damn.
Jet.
So next up, they got Orange Cassidy and Darby Allin in the locker room. They want a match with they want to face the War Dogs, Gabe Kidd, Clark Connors. Again, this makes that Clark Connors promo seem even more out of place earlier because it's like y'all already got him established in the story,
Right.
and now you got Darby Allin and Orange Cassidy calling him out for a tag match. Like,
who wants to see this?
the connective tissue isn't. There's some people that get interested in watching Darby mutilate himself in 90% of his matches, and
Right.
They must have
sometimes
nothing else better.
it's a mood, but other times it's like, bro, find a new trick.
I don't know what they're gonna. I mean, what else is there for Moxley Jr. to do? He's bleeding for his daddy's approval. What do you expect him to do?
I mean, he's been hit by a bus. He's been sat on fire. He's done everything.
Didn't he wrestle with real glass? Like,
He didn't cry a river though.
right.
That's light work for Darby, man.
Yeah.
So Timeless Tony Storm took on Zeta Steel. Crazy how she left the WID program to go get her ass whooped in AEW. But you know what?
Yeah, that is
getting her on
crazy.
TV and it's getting her a better paycheck, I'm all in
I'm
support.
finna say, I was about to say she went right into a match with Tony Storm. I mean,
She been there for a while, but she's been doing jobs like Marina Shafir and them. So speaking of which, Marina Shafir pops up after the match, jumps Tony, and Wheeler Yuta walks up in there. Wheeler Yuta's walking around in a fucking Scully. So Tony ripped the Scully off of Wheeler's head, and that was that.
That's so riveting.
Love
cue ball baby with the fake looking beard. Yeah.
I want to like Marina Shafir, but bro, y'all have been doing this song and dance for months. You've had one match against each other, and it ended on a DQ. Can we please just get this over with? Book a match at Revolution and be fucking done with it.
Oh,
Yeah,
One
for
thing
real.
that probably annoys me more than anything about the Death Riders is the fact that Marina Shafir is always running interference and all this other bullshit, but she barely fucking wrestles on television.
Yeah, it's extremely weird.
It's fucking nauseating.
And then they've had Moxley come off as a face at times, and the rest of them is heels. Like, this shit makes no sense. Are you going to turn on
doing this for
Moxley?
months now.
And did they not
Wait.
hint at turning on
Wait.
Moxley, which they still haven't done?
Wait.
Like-
So you telling me Moxley is doing face shit
Yes.
in a group
Yep.
called the Death Riders?
Yes.
Which
It's still
you
with
can't
him.
tell me that group is a face by name alone. You can't tell me they are
Well,
faces.
it's happening, and it sucks.
They're all Mox is the only babyface in the group, and he's the leader. Everybody else is still doing heel shit.
And they're still loyal
Mind
to
you,
him.
They're also feuding with the Don Callis family, which is the AEW equivalent of the MFTs and the Wyatt Six on
Yeah.
No, I keep telling y'all that's NWO 2K26.
Well, like,
They got 15 members. I'm surprised that female ref they got there. I'm surprised she not a member.
You know what?
Dog.
I should have mentioned this earlier, but I thought it was funny. They came out to RPG Vice music because Trent's back after his fourth fucking injury in the last 2 years.
Bro, we're members of the Don Callis family, and we don't know it yet.
We're
gonna wake up one day like we're part
God.
of the family.
It's fucking
I'm
ridiculous.
telling you, dude, they are the NWO of 2026. You
So-
can't tell. Prove me wrong. This is the same stuff that the NWO was on when they was just recruit everybody that just pull up. You a member.
Well, at
I'm
least
like-
NW was over. These guys are not.
At all.
That faction is useless, man.
So
I mean, it's the same.
it's
They
there
were
for
over
the
until
top.
they weren't.
it's there to it's there to have a bunch of goons to beat up, but they protect the top three guys in the faction. That being Okada, Takeshita, and Kyle Fletcher.
I think the group is hurting Fletcher's growth more than anything.
Do you really need
No, I don't
He's-
care.
12
he's going to leave
dudes
the
to
group soon.
protect 3?
He needs to.
Look, it's
Do
the
you-
same reason Austin Theory is in the Vision. Somebody got to eat these pinfalls.
No, Austin's got some W's since he's got there, man. He has.
And he done caught a boot to the back of his head too.
Thank you.
Yo.
Talking about some he's
As
gonna
he
win.
should.
So
got-
next up, they got Anthony Bowens sees Hook backstage, and he's like, "I want to join the Ops."
No,
I saw this on Instagram
no,
and I'm like,
no,
what?
no,
I
no,
saw this on
no,
Instagram and I'm
no.
like,
Tell me you're
What?
joking, bro. It's the
no,
real
I
thing.
saw it on Instagram
No.
my damn self.
No.
It's the real thing.
no.
I had to replay
No.
this and I'm like, "Bro, do y'all so not give a fuck about Anthony Bowens that this is what
Was
you
it
have
that
him do?
superhero bullshit like this last year?
You had the Acclaim broke up, and y'all ain't got nothing for old Max Caster to do. That you got them teaming again, and then you ain't got nothing for that to do. So now you got Bowens is trying to join the Ops.
No.
the stable that Hook
No.
had.
I
with
I
the
haven't
two
watched
biggest guys
Collision
in
in
the
2
group,
years, so
Let him
I don't know what Bo has been up to lately, but it looks like I haven't missed much in 2 years.
No.
Enjoy
No.
the Ops.
No. Hell no.
This is comical,
Keep
man.
him as far away. I want him as far away from the Ops as I want.
Yo, just that
Oh,
visual alone is killing
Y'all
me.
just don't know.
Anthony Bowens
No.
is a guy who I could bro. When your contract is up, please explore free agency. Maybe
Yeah.
TNA. Maybe TNA.
And a clean slate because he is very likable.
He's
Honestly,
a likable guy. He's a talented
Yeah.
guy. He's a guy who can work in that ring. He's charismatic. He looks good. He's in great shape. Why are we not doing something with that?
he needs to do
Exactly.
what Trey McGill's been doing lately in TNA since he went on his own.
Yeah,
Like that.
Trey was like, if I can't go with the Rascals, I'm gonna do what the fuck I was doing before then. And Trey's always been a very good singles wrestler.
And I think it was the best. I think this was the best thing that happened to Trey.
Yeah, agreed.
Low-key.
Yeah.
So next up, they got Thunder Rosa and Chris Statlander against the Sisters of Sin. Techless flunkies.
Yeah.
So Thunder Rosa hits the Tijuana bomb. Such a stupid ass move. She pins Julia Hart. Tekla's like, if it's one thing I can't stand, it's not one but two dumb bitches. Tekla makes me laugh.
Something, man.
And what tripped me up was I heard it like it wasn't on the mic, but I heard Thunder Rosa immediately go, what's up, bitch? You talking all that shit? You don't know me. I'm like, okay.
Wow. The mic caught that
damn.
low key. Wow. She was like, "You don't know me." Okay. Damn.
I'm like, okay,
All right.
Rosa got
I
some.
guess I know.
Wow. All right. That's
Oh.
So they're having their title match on Dynamite this Wednesday, and then the main event, which I didn't even know was the main event. That's how I don't pay attention to the if I was writing reviews, I'd be doing all my research on previews
Damn,
of the show.
what's the episode of Collision anyway? This feels like it's been 3 hours long, man.
Yeah.
We probably only been talking about it for like 10, 15 minutes.
That's
So
it feels like
the main event. It's Andrade El Idolo against Tomohiro Ishii.
Oh, what an epic barn burner that! Oh, who's that's gonna shake the wrestling world to its core, man.
Oh God!
Again, a great match, but you don't care because Tomohiro Ishii isn't even a regular on AEW television, and B, he's always losing when he's on the show.
Bro, he can't even turn his neck. When was the last time Ishii turned his fucking?
After the match goes off, Bandito comes out, and it's made official. It's Andrade versus Bandito at Revolution, which the Ring of Honor World Title will not be on the line apparently.
Well, that's strange.
Interesting.
I mean, I'm okay with that because Ring of Honor. Who gives a shit about Ring of Honor at this stage?
I guess it makes it less predictable, if anything. I guess.
I mean, Andrade is going to wipe the floor with that boy, but it's going to be fun. So
yeah,
that's Collision. I myself did not finish TNA Impact this week. I fell asleep midway through the show, so
Was there anything?
I didn't get a chance to watch.
Yeah, I didn't watch it either. But did anything interesting happen before you fell asleep, or was it just
Steve Macklin? Because he got fired in Feast or Fired, but he had
that turned out great.
He had something to.
Oh, I know. He had the segment with Tom Hannafan.
Yeah.
And he socked Tom Hannafan in the gut, and Santana came out to try to whoop up on Macklin.
So I think that's probably their next big thing going on. I know the Hardys teamed up with the Righteous against the System in the main event. I fell asleep before then.
The System are the MFTs of TNA, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I wasn't watching it. That's on me.
They have no star power in that fucking group, Liz.
I mean, I like the fresh new take on the System. It's giving, Eddie Edwards is the veteran. Cedric Alexander, it gives him something to do. Bear Bronson, they're clearly, a little high on. They're giving guys chances to do something. So TNA already doesn't have a whole lot of star power to begin with, so that shouldn't be the focus. What should be the focus is building new stars. And the way you build new stars is give them something creative and good to do. So if the System, helped make Moose bigger, it helped bring Eddie and Brian Myers back to prominence as a tag team. They were one of the better tag teams of the last couple of years. Alicia Edwards got over with her "Do you want to know something" catchphrase. JDC got to be relevant for a couple of months.
It's like they did some good things with the System, but now going forward, I wonder, just like we asked about Judgment Day, going forward, is it going to still be able to get people over like it did before?
It's gonna take time. I mean, you got to give these things time to move forward. It's only been like about a month and a half. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got regarding. The Nemeth brothers beat Leon Slater and Mike Santana because I can't remember what the fuck happened, but I was like, so Nick Nemeth and Eddie Edwards can't beat Slater and Santana, even though it was a handicap match at that point. But Ryan Nemeth and Nick Nemeth can beat them. Okay.
Why is Ryan
Yeah,
still on?
that's
I mean, Mario can do a lot of great
Nemeth
things when he got his Luigi. I'm just saying.
as much of a dork as he is the Luigi to Nick's Mario.
He's
I
so
mean, let's
big
call it
though.
what it is.
God.
Like,
yeah.
He's a
I can't
dork, but
stand
he
Ryan
plays
Nemeth.
the dork. He plays the dorky heel role well, and I'll give him that.
Ugh. Just
I'll
get
give
him off.
him that. Honestly, I'm more interested in Danny Luna because Danny Luna needs to be Knockouts champion at some point this year.
I can see.
Yeah,
If she hadn't have got hurt before Genesis, I'm convinced it was going to be her beating Lei Ying Lee.
Yeah, they got some talent in the Knockouts division coming up.
They do. They're rebuilding it since they lost Jordan last year. They lost Jordan Grace. They lost Masha Slamovich. They're not gonna push Tessa Blanchard to the top because being associated with WWE, there's not much you can do with that.
Yeah,
WWE is
Right.
probably never gonna touch Tessa, and she's got nobody to blame but herself for that.
right.
But yeah, so,
I know. They also had the showdown with what was it, Ash by Elegance and Mickey James, didn't they?
And I did watch that. The whole group just dog walked Mickey. Like the jumping was serious. I was like, God,
Man,
they did not have to hit her. With
it sucked because first of all, Mickey is 46, 47. The Monday Night MILF.
yes,
You
absolutely.
know, I'm a big
I'm like, you know what? Nick Aldis has a very stressful job, but I bet you he comes home and he's eating good.
I would have so,
Facts.
yeah, man.
Facts.
So speaking of knockouts, Jada Stone. I am a big
Jada
fan.
Stone beat Tasha Steelz. She got an upset over.
Oh shit!
She's getting a chance to shine on the show. She's been signed to the company for a couple of years now, but she's mostly been wrestling on Explosion. So to see her, start to get a role on television and start to rack up a couple of wins, it's like, okay, we can do something with you in the future. I can get with
So
that.
all of you viewers watching this right now, watch Jada Stone. I highly recommend you do if you haven't.
Hell yeah!
She is on the rise as we speak.
Oh, definitely. Phil and I got to see her when First Wrestling did Saturday Night Nitro back in September of All of America.
Fun,
It was that Fatal 4-Way. It was her, Priscilla Kelly, Shotzi Blackheart, and someone who was local. But the Fatal 4-Way was good, and Jada Stone was absolute standout in that match.
That's one of my sleeper picks for this year, man. To rise up, Jada Stone, baby.
Yeah.
Eric Young is taunting Leon Slater, so I think Eric Young is going to challenge for the X Division title. Danny Luna beat Lei Ying Lee. I did see that. It was a short but solid match. AJ Francis is beefing with Mance Warner, who is now babyface.
Oh yeah. That's interesting.
That's interesting to me because I feel like Mance Warner's his gimmick is just heel personified, but after seeing the way he respected Mike Jackson, 76-year-old Mike Jackson at No Surrender, and then got on AJ Francis for disrespecting veterans. I'm like, oh, okay, interesting.
Yeah.
So they got Mickey James is probably going to get back in the ring against Ash by Elegance. That could be interesting.
I look forward to seeing her return, man. I got mad love for
Steve Macklin and Mike Santana. If that's what they're going to do for their next big show, Rebellion, you know what? I can get with that.
Yeah, I can too.
So next week they're gonna have a four-way match for winners get a shot at the tag titles. They got the System, which is Bear Bronson and Brian Myers, because Eddie Edwards is the leader of the group and he has the world title shot. Feast or Fired. So you got the System, the Righteous, BDE, and Rich Swann, who they lost to Center Insane a couple weeks ago, which that was a pretty good match. The Knockouts world title was on the line. Ariana Grace is defending against Jody Threat because Jody won the Battle Royale at No Surrender. Leon Slater is going to defend the X Division title against Nick Nemeth. I'm going to tune in for that. That match is
Really? That match is happening?
Yeah, that should be good.
That's going to fucking bang. Nick Nemeth.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy how he's been so good for so long, but he's probably in the twilight of his career, and he's just now being appreciated for how good he is.
Which is crazy because dude's been good.
Left WWE for TNA a decade ago.
Yes,
where Drew and Lashley and them were hitting their stride. He should have been right there with them.
Exactly.
So then the main event was the Hardys and the Righteous against the System because the Righteous have been trying to earned the Hardys' trust. I didn't watch the match, but I know the system won. So
Okay.
that'll be interesting.
TNA needs to fix their sound, man. I am begging them. Fix their sound.
Their production needs work.
It's needed work for years now, and they're getting more money now. There's no excuse. Fix the damn production. Please, TNA.
Not to
Please.
mention, if y'all are gonna be in cahoots with WWE the way you are, how does AAA have better production?
Yo, their
Yeah, that's the
production
crazy
has
thing.
gone through the roof, man. It's funny you mentioned that. Like, I love
Yeah,
the
they've been on fire with theirs.
They've been telling some solid stories in AAA, low key. Like,
Yeah,
Oh,
they
what?
have. The
I
times I've been watching.
don't watch the show. I don't watch the show weekly, but y'all can fill me in.
I've enjoyed that more than Raw lately, to be perfectly honest with you.
Yeah, when I tune in here and there, like I've been pretty entertained with what they got going on. Like Vikingo stable with almost like seeing them kind of do their thing is interesting.
Vikingo and Omos are doing something.
Yeah, they had Vikingo, he attacked little Vikingo in the hospital, which I thought was funny as hell. Like that paid homage to
that was good.
That paid homage to Bedpan McMahon. Like that's what that reminded me.
Yeah, that was.
I might need to go check that out.
They film segments outside of the arena, which I wish WWE would get back to doing that because not everything.
Yeah, I miss that.
You know, like it gets a little stale. Film shit outside of the arena. Like, why is AAA doing that and you're not?
Hunter, I have heard some people say that Hunter's like shackled in the way he's booking by TKO, but I can't feel like TKO can't have that much creative control over the product like that, can
No, I doubt that.
See, but that goes to my theory that TKO wants all these box office things, and it is possibly hindering him because
he's trying so hard to appeal to them to make dollars instead of booking a good wrestling show.
Exactly, and that's been my point over the past few days in the chat that you can see that in the booking more versus like when Triple H first got on the creative.
The problem is booking like that isn't sustainable. So there's gonna come a day where you don't have Cody Rhodes, where you don't have Roman Reigns, where you don't have
exactly.
And when that day comes, you're gonna need somebody to replace those spots. You're gonna need guys like Braun Breaker in the main event, Oba Femi, Trick Williams, Javon Evans. You're gonna need those younger guys to carry that next generation to mix it. And the best way to do that is to have them mixing it up with these guys now. Seth Rollins is probably one or two major injuries away from retirement, and he turns 40 in June. He ain't getting any younger, and his body has been through it.
The Undertaker is taking a bunch of luchadors in AAA and doing better storytelling with them in a 1 hour program than Triple H is doing in a 3 hour program with some of the biggest names in the world. That's insane to me. That's
laziness on display.
That too.
It exposes how lazy Hunter has become. They're slaves to their paymasters.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly, and it's showing a lot.
A great job with AAA, I think.
I did notice. I don't know if anybody else noticed, but Hunter, usually after the elimination, after the PLEs, Hunter will be front and center out there with the crowd.
Oh, he was ducking that crowd.
Right.
I noticed that.
But the last 2 or 3 times he did that, didn't they boo him?
You a motherfucker that
a little bit last time,
but you run like hell when y'all losing, bro.
Right, because he been getting booed the last few times he did that. That's why he did that this time. I was like, what?
You scared? Coming out of a crate. Shit, you better.
You're gonna cheer your ass off, and they booed the shit out.
Yeah, Hunter did not want that smoke last night. He said, "You know what? I'm gonna stay back here with Kathy. I don't want to smoke. I don't want to hear these chants."
And what's crazy?
I'm good.
The dude was booed his whole damn career, or almost his whole career, when he was a wrestler, and now he's ducking away from the boos because people didn't like his booking. Like, come on, man. You gotta take that.
When everybody was sucking his dick about a decade ago, with Black and Gold NXT, he made sure his ass was at every takeover.
Yeah,
if he wasn't there,
opening that shit. Are you ready? Like,
then he's gonna get one of those, to talk to Triple H after the show on Facebook or whatever. He's gonna do like a video call or some shit, or whatever the fuck it is. So he loves being promoted when they're doing well. But when he knows there's a fucking issue and everything, he don't want to, own up to you ain't doing that good right now, buddy.
I will respect the hell out of him if he just went out there and took it, honestly. Because
he at this point, I'm convinced he's got a very fragile ego.
Oh, facts.
They all do.
Yeah.
I think that's
Yeah.
shown several times throughout WWE history with him. Like,
Since he was
he has a
wrestling,
fragile ego.
yeah.
I mean, the man, like, thinking back to like the old video games where he'd be on the cover or whatever. The unspoken rule was that Triple H couldn't be shown taking no damn
reading
moves.
that fucking news articles when SmackDown vs. Raw 2009 came out, and the article said
That's
in
the
the
one.
fucking commercial they cannot show footage of Triple H getting beat up by anybody.
That's insane,
Yes.
though. I didn't know
That's
that.
the exact one I was talking about.
Are you
Hey.
that fragile over your perception in a scripted sport?
Bro,
Right.
over taping.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
That's
man.
crazy.
Exactly.
Like only Hulk Hogan was that damn fragile like that. Like,
Yeah.
and at least for Hogan, it made fucking sense because he was the box office draw. Triple H has never been that.
Like, Hogan's the second biggest draw of
Triple
all
H was
time. So
the guy. He was the guy who worked with the guy.
Yep. Exactly.
So-
yeah, man.
Like, bro, learn to take an L with some dignity. You can't
Definitely take one
win
after
them
last.
all, and you don't have to. Just ugh. Sometimes I feel like I want to get back to writing reviews, and then I watch some of these shows, and I'm like, bro, I do not give a fuck about none of it.
It's better off to just do this, bro. Just do
Yeah,
those-
we're probably better
Yeah.
off
Exactly.
doing this and everything, because like it just ugh.
when he talked,
Raw was fucking terrible this week. That was the worst
Oh,
belt
God.
episode I've ever
Ass.
seen in my life.
yeah, like, but two and a half of those 3 hours was bad. I mean, it was lifeless. Just jump.
SmackDown was, SmackDown started strong and they ended with,
A whimper.
But that's usually
Yeah.
what they do. To
Yeah.
be fair
Yep.
and honest, they
That's-
usually start strong, but by hour 2, it's like, why are we here again?
it gets
Exactly.
tiring. The shows are way too long.
It's
and there's not
hard.
enough.
It's
And
hard to make it through 3 hours of SmackDown.
It's already hard enough, but they've shown that they can book a 3-hour show and it'll be good. Like before Raw went back to 2 hours again, those last couple months of Raw were pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they were.
They were getting pretty good after, between SummerSlam and Hell in a Cell. And even the 2-hour Raws were pretty decent.
See, they
Yeah.
get paid a lot of money to put on a good show, and they're not putting on a good show.
They're at the point where all the company cares about is money. How much money? We're trying to make as much money as possible right now. The problem with that is that shit is not sustainable. Sooner or later, you're going to price out your customers. Your audiences are already disengaged with your product because wrestling fans aren't going to your shows anymore. A lot of us simply cannot afford it. Like, bro, I can't take out no mortgage payment to go attend an episode of WWE Raw or a pay-per-view or whatever the hell.
I can go to it. I can go to a show maybe once or twice a year tops, but that's
I spent $60 to go to AEW All In. Granted, my seats weren't great, but I understood that because that's what I paid for it.
exactly.
Right.
So like now you got these crowds where it's just a bunch of influencers and casual fans, people who don't know anybody on the show, not named Roman Reigns or Cody Rhodes. And then you're wondering why we're wondering why, you watch these crowds on TV and they're just dead silent for most of it. They don't care. They're not wrestling fans.
Well, they're not really given a reason to care either, to be fair.
It's not like they're given a reason either. Like,
and to add to that point, it was the Raw I went to last April, I believe. It was, I think, the Raw at like 2 Raws before Mania or whatever. I when I tell you I felt like that crowd around me in my section weren't really wrestling fans, like I felt so alienated. Like, you can tell there's a shift in people going to shows nowadays. It ain't constant wrestling fans, and if they are, they like maybe 1-2 people versus like fans like us.
See, we are the veteran fans who have been watching for God knows how long.
I tell my coworkers and stuff like this because they don't really watch it like that. I was like, if you're gonna watch wrestling in the 2020s and if you're gonna watch wrestling nowadays, you have to be a fan. The wrestling is not for casual fans, and I understand that people want to appeal to casual fans, but the problem with casual fans is they're casual. They don't commit to anything. They're here
certain
for the
characters
fact.
might be for the casual fan, but other than
The,
that, I get
the,
what you're saying.
the casual fan was here at the peak of the Attitude Era, and as soon as that era ended, and you weren't watching Jerry Springer in a wrestling ring, they went to go watch Jerry Springer somewhere else.
You
The
have
casual
Yeah.
fan
to
nowadays
convert casual.
like shit like whatever the fuck the popular shows on TV are, whether it's like Real Housewives or Love and Hip Hop or Breaking Bad or shows like that. Wrestling can't be like that, and when it wasn't sustainable. You can't do shit like that all the time. If you're gonna watch wrestling now, you're gonna watch wrestling because you like wrestling. You're gonna ignore the almighty fucking F word that non-fans love to throw in our face every 5 fucking seconds, and no matter how hard I try to be mature about it, I can't help. It's my hair trigger. I just went off about this shit the other day at work.
AJ Styles recently said Mania has lost a little bit of its luster. That's alarming.
He did.
For him to say that.
And he was not of the company.
Right.
Yeah. That's
He
nuts.
just signed to a deal to be a trainer and everything, mind you. He flat out said it's lost some of its luster.
You had Roman Reigns talk about how mediocre the booking has gotten since he lost the championship 2 years ago.
That's scary.
And then to turn that into a story is crazy.
Like, he wasn't being a company man or anything. He which I appreciate, honestly.
He was doing it in character.
Like, he said it lost luster.
Like, one thing I can appreciate about AEW is, as much as their booking isn't very smart and can have a lot of problems, at least you know that AEW is a wrestling show made for wrestling fans.
Well, they're not trying to hide it. Yeah, I mean,
they're not trying to hide.
Exactly.
Like, bro, we're not here to get these fucking casual. We're here because wrestling fans want to watch wrestling.
They book for the sickos, literally.
They book for the sickos. At least they know their audience catering towards them. WWE has for as long as I've been watching wrestling, has always had a contentious relationship with their audience. Shout out to Elton Falk. He's the one I heard it from. Where like they'll treat you like a customer and they'll give you just enough to keep you going in there, but they're gonna feed you a whole bunch of slop because they can't be bothered to do better. We already got our money. Fuck you. You're gonna watch whatever the hell we're giving you. And even if you don't, you already paid.
Man, this Mania better not flop, man.
I think it's going to.
It's on
worse than last year.
Yeah, it scares me, but I think you're right, T. I don't have high hopes for Mania this year, and that's crazy and sad to say.
I look forward to the show every year, and we all do. But for the second year in a row, it's becoming a flop in the same fucking city as last year.
Yeah.
And that's what makes me scared and what has had me worried since they announced they were going to be in Vegas again, because we saw how that went last year.
They had The Rock come out there and tell people that they were going to have it in New Orleans, and then yeeted them away from it because they wanted to it's obvious they're not even hiding it. They just want to make more money. They saw how much money they made in Vegas last year and was like, let's go make that money again. It's the same reason why Vince ran back Cena Rock too. Because he saw how much money he made and got greedy. He's the replicate success like that.
Where is he in the biggest time of the year for the company? The Rock. He's the part of the board of directors.
He don't give a shit. He didn't give a shit last year.
Exactly.
No, not a fucking
another problem right there.
He ain't never gave a shit. All he wanted to do was make his money back at Roman.
Also, you're expecting way too much from him on the regular.
If the guys at the top
he's not
that trickles down, and we're
seeing. Rock's been checked out the game for decades now, bro.
Yes,
he spent more time the movie stars.
He dropped the belt to Brock. He has been checked out.
Do this,
right?
He did some great shit 2 years ago. That's the sad thing.
Dude did all this RF farming, and he had the potential to tell some great stories during his comeback, and he chose not to. Like, fuck Dwayne. I'm good.
Like, I thought he was gonna do some great stuff with Cody, which that's what they were heading
towards. He also has a fragile ass ego, because the only time he comes around for wrestling is whenever one of his fucking movies sucks. Black Adam.
Yep.
Oh, that's Black Adam. About this disaster.
His ass was there to fuck up Cody's story.
So Black Adam killed DCEU. That's how
no, it didn't. DCU was dead before Black Adam.
That was the final nail in the coffin.
Let's just call it. No, the final nail in the coffin was the Flash.
Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, man.
But yeah, so like I'm at the point where I watch out of habit because I've always watched it. I know I'm a wrestling fan. No matter how good or bad this shit gets, I'm gonna watch it. It's what I do.
Yep,
I've made
same.
that piece.
I've seen worse, which is why I watched. I sat through 94, through 95 WWE,
We sat through 2019 WWE.
and
We
2000,
sat through
2001
Roman
WCW.
Reigns and
We sat through
Baron
this.
Corbin fighting each other over fucking dog food.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
We sat through that. We're gonna survive this too.
Which,
I mean, the early
which brings me to my
2010s.
next point, because y'all remember that I made that post the other day. All this Vince McMahon glazing that people been doing lately.
Oh,
That
Where
bothering
has been talking about, bro, man, bring Vince back. I'm like, absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
no,
Bro.
hell, fuck
I will
no.
take a boring ass 2 or 3 hour Raw from Triple H
Yep.
over that absolute garbage Vince McMahon was pumping out for decades any fucking day.
Yeah,
After
fuck
the
that.
Vincent Wrestling era,
The 2018 to 2021 Raw was unwatchable. Absolutely unwatchable.
bro, I almost quit. That's how bad it got. I almost quit.
It would get to a point where I would take weeks off or just watch highlights on YouTube because who wants to sit through this? I got better things to do, and I didn't have
And you
shit
wouldn't
to do.
miss anything. Like that's you wouldn't miss a damn thing.
You wouldn't, and then they would just recap you on the pay per view anyway,
Yes.
Exactly.
because that's the only time that shit that ever fucking mattered. And you're talking about
Yeah.
Vince McMahon, who never mind all the fucked up shit that he's done and the disgusting things that are depicted in that lawsuit from Janelle Grant and all the bad PR that brings around. You know, you're talking about a man who Jinder Mahal was WWE champion for 6 months. You're talking about a man who booked himself in a match against God and won.
Ugh.
And bro, ticket sales during the PG era were bad. That's why they use those big stages. That's what they.
You're talking
Yeah, the
about
early
a man
2010s was
who
rough.
put The Miz in the WrestleMania main event and had him go over.
Just to set up next year's main event. That's the only reason why Miz was.
You're talking about the man who had Goldberg, retired Hall of Fame Goldberg, destroy the Fiend in 3 minutes to
Yeah.
win the Universal title because they wanted a spear versus spear match between him and Roman Reigns at WrestleMania.
Yeah,
Mhm.
people want that back though.
Vince McMahon back?
People want that back apparently.
Hell
Mr. I'm
no.
gonna fuck all the girls on TV, but the guys are gonna kiss my ass, Vince
Yeah.
McMahon, because he
People
never
with the-
hid his fetishes. They were in plain fucking daylight.
Right.
People put the Muppets back on Raw. That's what
Right. The same dude who had us go through storylines with his family. Linda got tombstoned and shit by Kane. Shane got his nuts
Linda-
The
electrocuted.
same
Linda-
Vince McMahon that pitched the storyline where when Stephanie McMahon got pregnant in 2006, it was on the McMahon DVD.
He was gonna do
pitched
it.
that
Yeah.
he
I was
was
about
the
to get
father
there.
of the child.
That shit disgusted me when I
Man.
found
And
that out. I
then
was
when
like,
Stephanie
man.
said
What?
no, this man said, "Well, what about
Yeah,
Shane?"
But
Y'all
people
want
want
that
that back,
back?
right?
absolutely sick.
You-
All right, absolutely
The
sick.
same Vince that gave us Katie Vick. Y'all want
Oh,
that Vince
God.
back?
Bro, the same Vince that made Mae Young give birth to a fucking hand.
Yeah.
You
The
people
same
want that
Vince
back.
who had Terry Runnels have a fucking miscarriage on live television.
Uh-huh.
The same Vince McMahon who spent weeks, months, years insulting JR about his fucking Bell's palsy.
Bro, yeah, it's that too. It's crazy.
Y'all
man.
want that Vince McMahon back?
Right,
You
like
motherfuckers are
what?
so down bad for bullshit, and you got a hate boner for Triple H so fucking strong that y'all want that nonsense back?
Right.
Absolutely not.
Hell
And
Good
this is
fucking
why
riddance,
people,
bro.
this is why people laugh at wrestling fans, man, because a lot of them are.
Yeah.
exactly.
Because you got motherfuckers out there saying bullshit like that.
right.
That's-
And, like, he's a disgusting pervert who needs to go. That
Yeah.
man had John Laurinaitis main eventing pay-per-views.
Oh,
Pickle power. The fuck?
Whew.
the man who fired CM Punk on his wedding day.
The guy who blew himself up in a car.
Yep.
Mm.
That shit was stupid.
Like, we could go on all day, but the fact of the matter is, wrestling fans need to quit glazing Vince McMahon.
And the same.
Yeah.
He
Oh, by
had
the
his
way,
time
the
on
same.
top, and yes, he had a lot of success, but the old man didn't have it anymore.
Don't forget when he kept
No.
the show going after
Faces.
Owen died.
He was
Remember when
ripping
Owen
shit
first
with the
died?
show.
Oh,
Kept
God.
the show going.
He was
Same
ripping
man.
up scripts for the show when the show was airing because because he's so fucking old he forget what the fuck he booked.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why we were having rematches for 6 months on fucking every episode of Raw and SmackDown.
Ugh.
I don't want that back. I'll
No.
take a boring show
Hell
over
no.
that bullshit
How do we suffer through that? By the way,
because we're wrestling fans and we're secretly masochists. We're gonna watch wrestling no matter how good or bad it is.
we're a unique sports fan base, man. To
Yeah.
see.
Yeah, for
Because
real.
like when your favorite sports team, if you love the Dallas Cowboys and they're losing the entire goddamn season, you're not gonna watch the rest of the fucking season.
No.
You're gonna find something else to do on Sunday.
Right. But this is all year
fans,
round.
Right.
Wrestling fans know we're like, hey, bro, let's give him another try. We know he
Right.
0 for 3,000, but let's give him another try.
We see. No,
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes our relationship with wrestling is like Stockholm syndrome.
the thing is, we see the potential for greatness, which is why we watch, because we hope that great.
Because we seen it better than it is.
Yes.
And we hope
watch
it can get back to that even under new management, especially under new management. We believe it can be better than it is.
Exactly.
We watch out of habit and hope. We watch,
Yeah.
it's our habit and we hope that it gets better. That's really all we can do.
And it needs to get better now because the shit's pissing me off.
Yeah, like which is why I'm glad there are different alternatives. I'm glad AEW is here. I'm glad TNA is here. I'm glad there's AAA, New Japan, CMLL, Stardom, Progress, the Indies, whatever flavor of wrestling you want to watch. It's like anime. Whatever you want to see in there, you look hard enough, you can find it.
You know, baseball season's coming back soon, so I'm gonna need WWE to step their game up because it's the time of year I don't watch as much wrestling because of that.
And me personally, I'm at a point where I have 2 televisions in my room, so Raw can be background noise while I'm playing the game.
Right, you have that option. Yeah.
Yep. I mean, I keep a tablet in my bedroom for the same reason. Like, it just
is what it is. No matter how much we complain or how good or shitty it is, we're wrestling fans. The most dedicated, for lack of better terms, if nothing else, real wrestling fans. And I hate using this term because the implications of it are very rude. But real wrestling fans are going to watch wrestling because they love wrestling.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Big facts.
Now, when will things change? That's the scary part because we don't know.
It's going to change when everybody's dead and somebody else is in their place.
Yeah,
pretty
much.
The change in wrestling to make it better, I don't think that we're going to see it in our lifetime, sadly.
No, probably not.
I feel that way about society in general. Like, bro, whenever the boomer generation is gone and can't fuck up the world anymore.
Yeah. Since the year 2000, shit's been going downhill, honestly.
It just is what it is. So, I mean, that's pretty much where I stand on generally everything. I got nothing else.
Like current pro wrestling is a reflection of modern society, how it's gone downhill the last 20 years, more or less. But let's just hope for better, right?
That's all.
Yep, that's all we can do.
Yeah. Well, I got nothing else to say, honestly. I got it all on my system.
Same here.
I just had to get that Vince rant out, bro.
No, that was needed. That was needed.
It was valid too. It's not just needed.
Hell
it was
yeah.
valid because I mean they need to quit.
Yeah.
You can take us home right now if you want to, bro.
All right, y'all. We appreciate y'all tuning in for this edition of the Bad Boys Podcast, going over Chamber and whatnot. As always, if y'all rocking with us in any way, shape, or form, hit that like button. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe. If you're on Spotify, hit that follow button. This is me with the boys from the Bad Boys Podcast. My boy Thornton Talks Wrestling. My boy Joe G. Bro Unc Remy. Mike B, who I had to bounce out for the grandson's birthday. We appreciate all of y'all. This is your boy B the Man with my peeps from the Bad Boys Podcast. Signing out.
Peace out.
Yep.
Peace.